Hello everyone and welcome to episode 54 of Cyberpunk. Thanks very much for being with me. How are things with you? Great, I hope. Let's jump into the housekeeping, shall we? I have a bunch of housekeeping bullet points in front of me to go through, so let's race into this. Last week I mentioned in the comments about pacing and focus and talked about the subject of Ludo narrative dissonance in the context of things like the urgency of the storyline and how it could potentially conflict with a slow-paced exploration of the environment, and also how there can be seemingly a disparity between the character who the game suggests V to be and his respective choice of actions which seem in keeping with that, and the person who the player sees their particular V as being. I certainly loved reading all your thoughts and explorations of that subject. It's something that affects all of us, as I said, and people do not necessarily agree on how they feel about that subject. A number of people asked how I experience the phenomenon of ludonarrative dissonance and whether I find it a distraction or something negative. I actually don't. It's a bit hard to describe. While most people who talk about the subject see it as a negative thing that breaks, in inverted commas, the immersion for players, I find it quite the opposite. When the narrative's storyline, the urgently ticking clock, is shouting to V that he's losing control over his own brain, the side quests and being free to just go off exploring Night City and Dogtown, these represent the only places where V does have a degree of agency, helping Panam save the Aldecados, giving away his nomad car to the random girl that he met in a scrapyard, teaming up with River on that personal rescue mission, getting revenge on the Voodoo Boys and Fingers for Evelyn, helping Judith close that chapter of her life and escape from Night City. This is not just distraction from the main storyline. It's V facing up to a possible limited future and proving to himself that he can still impact the world before he leaves it. It turns the ludonarrative dissonance on its head and instead becomes a story about defiant altruism. So instead of getting totally wrapped up in the side content or devoting time to exploring the endless features of the game as a distraction from the urgency of the main story, I see it as the story's ultimate success. This is a world that is so distracting and overwhelming that even a dying man like V can't help but get caught up by it and lost in the noise. And I don't see that as being contradictory to V's character either. One of the core themes of Cyberpunk is how the city grinds people down until they become desensitized to it. If V can ignore a terminal brain remodeling chip to go off and win a street race, it perfectly illustrates how Night City forces you to focus on the immediate, the shallow highs, just to survive the day. Looked at in this light, opting to break the pacing of the main storyline isn't a bug in the narrative. It's a feature of living in a hyper-dysfunctional, decaying society. It reflects the tragic way that we prioritise the trivial while our internal clocks are ticking away precious time. So I don't feel it incompatible for V to have weeks to live but actively seek out distractions and want to take his time over them in a role-play context. In reality, humans often face these urgent crises, health scares, debt, global issues, and yet we still spend hours scrolling through social media or obsessing over minor hobbies, really. By having V do a version of the same, the game becomes a very accurate simulation of how people actually handle overwhelming pressure. We don't spend every second panicking. We do go to work. We help a neighbour with their moving. We go for random walks. We play video games, as did my V when Jackie had just died and he was on his way to meet Dexter DeShawn at the No-Tell Motel. By allowing V to waste time, and I'm using those inverted commas again, the game captures the absurdity of persistence. It feels all the more realistic to me for doing just that. So obviously that was not the only subject that was talked about in the feedback and comments from last week's video, and I've got a number of other points here noted down on my tablet ready for us to chat about during today's episode. But I thought it might be fun here in today's housekeeping to tackle another of the subjects that people do bring up a lot in the comments and that people have different opinions about, and that is Johnny Silverhand himself and what we're to make of him as a character, as a person. I've been saying how isolated and friendless V feels now that he's spending so much time walled off from the rest of Night City, but of course he's never totally alone because Johnny Silverhand is his constant uninvited companion. The issue is that by and large we humans choose, where we can, our companions. We like to do that. We like to select who we get to spend time with whenever we can. But poor V had no choice, and nor is it easy for him to get away from Johnny, who pops up, it seems, whenever he feels like it, and not always in a helpful or encouraging manner. So the question is, who is Johnny Silverhand really? Is V sharing his mind and body with the ghost of a heroic martyr, or the bitter remnants of a narcissistic terrorist monster? Johnny Silverhand is, in my experience of gaming anyway, one of the most complex co-protagonists I've ever come across, primarily because, objectively, he is a mass murderer who the game forces you to befriend. So the two sides of the argument go something like this. To his supporters, Johnny is the ultimate revolutionary, the only person in the 2020s who had the will to actually strike a blow against the soul-crushing dominance of Arasaka. In a world where Arasaka developed Soul Killer, a program capable of digitising a human mind and trapping it inside a digital fortress like Mikoshi, Johnny's supporters would argue that a conventional protest was useless. If a corporation can own your very soul for eternity, then literally a nuclear option may become a sane response to an insane reality. From this perspective, the many thousands of people who died in the Night City explosion were a tragic but necessary price to pay to stop this global corporate godhood that would otherwise have enslaved billions of ordinary people. It was also intended as a wake-up call to the masses. Silverhand didn't just want to destroy the building, he wanted to destroy the quiet life of complacency that he felt very many people were living. From that perspective, what happened at Night City was a desperate attempt to show the world that the huge mega corporations were not untouchable and they could be made to bleed. And this was the price of freedom. Proponents of that view argue that the casualties of 2023, whilst horrific, paled in comparisons to the billions and billions of lives that Arasaka would eventually have been able to control through its corporate means. Johnny saw himself as the surgeon, cutting out disease even if the surgery killed some of the healthy surrounding tissue. On the other side of how we view Johnny Silverhand, many players see him as a textbook self-seeking egotist hiding behind a political position. When you look at his memories of the 2023 raid, Alt Cunningham explicitly warns us that they are filtered through that self-same massive ego. He paints himself as the hero of the story, but history suggests he was just one of many pawns in a Militech-backed operation. He is an unreliable narrator. The game explicitly reveals that Johnny's memories are not objective facts. Johnny's engram has edited his history to make him the centre of the universe. In his mind, he fought heroically against Adam Smasher in a glorious duel. In reality, it may be that he was a Militech-funded asset who was cut down almost straight away. His critics would further argue that Johnny didn't nuke Arasaka to liberate the people at all. It wasn't a case of politics. He did it because Arasaka took Alt Cunningham from him. The nuclear blast wasn't a political statement, it was a temper tantrum on a planetary scale. He murdered hundreds of thousands of ordinary workers, unsuspecting citizens, innocent families, the very little people that he claimed to represent, just to satisfy his own hatred. So the debate then becomes, and it is a heated debate, can we truly separate the cool rocker boy who helps V from the terrorist who left a radioactive crater in the middle of a city? Is the Silverhand in V's head a chance for a dead man to find redemption, or is he simply a toxic relic of the past, repeating the same cycle of destruction because he can't imagine a world where he isn't the lead singer? In the neon-soaked streets of Night City, the line between being a legend and a nightmare can boil down to just a matter of who is telling the story and what we're prepared to accept. So where do you stand on this business of Johnny Silverhand? and who he really is. I'd be absolutely thrilled to read what you think about that in the comments section. Okay, that was the housekeeping. Right, to episode 54. Now, where we're headed today is back to the main story questline, at least in part. Other things will doubtless happen along the way as well, they generally do, but let's recap where we got to with V, Reed, Myers and Songbird. Way back in episode 51, V, having narrowly survived the encounter with the Chimera, purposely spends time tackling a nearby major crime activity involving Barghest soldiers, during which he tests out his newly installed Yinglong smart submachine guns capabilities. He unexpectedly also gets the opportunity to deploy his freshly fabricated single-shot Comrade's Hammer power revolver to pleasing effect. Buoyed by this, he then travels to Capitan Caliente, an abandoned eatery where President Myers has told him of the existence of an ancient landline telephone, via which he's able to make contact with Solomon Reed. Reed is an FIA sleeper agent who trained and worked with Song So Mi in the past, and for the past 7 years he's been dormant from the agency and living unobtrusively in Dogtown, working as a door bouncer. Now, with Songbird missing and feared abducted by Kurt Hansen's troops, Myers hopes to reactivate Reed and enlist his help in tracking her down. V next makes his way to an unremarkable basketball court, the agreed public rendezvous point for meeting with Reed, and settles with a sceptical Johnny to await his arrival. Once Reed joins them and has been at least superficially satisfied by V establishing his credentials using the token Myers gave him, they take Reed's car to Elizabeth Cress Street. On arrival, they ascend to the 8th floor safe house where Myers is currently holed up and hiding from Hansen's Barghest soldiers whilst awaiting extradition from Dogtown. The reunion between Reed and Myers is cordial but also somewhat strained. V learns from Reed that Myers has withheld certain information about Reed's past, including that he had an involvement with Arasaka agents 7 years ago, and that this contributed to his decision to withdraw from being an FIA active agent. With peace made between them of sorts, Myers succeeds in bringing Reed on board regarding the plan to locate and rescue Songbird. Although V is unsure of Reed's personal motivation and is disturbed by Myers' obfuscation, he agrees to go along with working alongside Reed to recover Songbird and bring her to relative safety. After quizzing V on his motives for getting involved with both Myers and Songbird, Reed explains that his own priority is now getting Myers safely out of Dogtown. He informs V that once this is accomplished, his and V's next step must be to cautiously cultivate sources of intel in Dogtown, which may help them to trace Songbird's current whereabouts. Later, while conducting his own explorations of Dogtown and making several visits back to Night City, V receives several updates from Reed regarding his and Myers' progress with her escape. During this, he learns that Jacob and Taylor, the two criminals co-opted to protect Myers in the Crest Street hideout, may or may not have been killed rather than rewarded in order to prevent them selling their knowledge of Myers' movements to someone else. Subsequently, in a coded message, V learns that Reed has been successful in escorting Myers to Washington. And now, let's get back to the action. Right, let's go. All I've done since the end of last episode is to relocate myself back to Crest Street. I've also called at a drop point on the way and sold off some weapons, dismantled others, got rid of junk, thought about what I wanted to do with clothing. That's come up many times recently in the comments. When I first started playing the game, I was collecting clothing, and then I stopped collecting clothing for a while because, for one thing, I was coming across so much of it that I was concerned that it would not just interrupt the flow of what I was actually trying to do at that particular point in the game, but also I would be encumbered with it in the sense that I just have so much of it I wouldn't know what to do. And it's been pointed out to me, many things have been pointed out to me in the course of recent episodes, that it's still worth picking it up because you can dismantle clothing, disassemble it for parts, and that's useful to have obviously, and that you've still got the clothing anyway to wear should you wish to in your wardrobe. And I've already mentioned that in this particular run through, I don't think fashion sense is going to be a big issue for my V. I think perhaps when I'm playing as a Femme Corpo V, it will be different. And I'm not saying that simply because it's a female versus a male. What I'm saying is that coming from a different background, she may have more affinity for the way she looks and her clothing and stylistic choices, whereas my V, who's basically a nomad still at heart, he's not so concerned with that. It's functionality over appearance with him. So there is that. The other thing that I have done is I've gone into the menu and selected go to the moth bar. As you can see, we'll look at that in a moment. I want to do a couple of other things before we get cracking, and one is to go into my messages because I've had some and they've been building up, and I want to just pick one or two of them off at this point. I'm going to start with Blue Moon, who texted me while I was travelling from where I finished on the bridge, the footbridge with her when we'd dealt with her stalker. And I was on my way here. She texted to say Eddie's on its way. Oh, she sent me some money. Oh, that's good. She didn't need to do that. I would have done it for nothing. I would literally have done that for nothing. I count her as a friend. I've also got, I'm leaving Ronald. I'm leaving Ronald PT Malone because he's a bit of a rabbit hole, Ronald. And I think once I click on something of his, I'm going to want to start doing stuff. So we'll see. Panam, though, has texted me a couple of times. There's the usual do you have time there because she wants to meet up. That will happen. We'll do that again soon. But this one I'm not sure about. I could listen to this on repeat for hours. I have to tell you something, but if you tell another living soul, I will hunt you down to the ends of the earth, understood? So, you know that new song from Us Cracks, the one with Kerry Eurodyne? I normally don't listen to that kind of music, but every time it plays on the radio, I start humming along. You should check it out. Oh, she's a fan. Panam is a fan. She didn't know it. Well, I've only got one option here, which is to say, well, it's funny you should mention that. The collab between Kerry and Us Cracks was kind of because of me. And then Panam says, surely you jest. No, but seriously, come off it. You're not fooling anyone. How would you even know Kerry Eurodyne? And now I have two alternate responses. Well, I do just happen to be one of Night City's finest mercs. Is it really so hard to believe that I'd get gigs from Rocker Boys? But for real, I do promise to tell you the whole story one day. Or, all thanks to the biochip in my head. I'll have to leave it at that for now because texting won't do justice to this story's sheer upness. I'll wait for a better time to lay it all on you over a cold one. I think I'll go with the bottom one. I think I will. Oh, she loves to type. I've never met a real rock star. What's he like? I remember hearing somewhere that he wanted to kill himself, end his career with a bang. And I can say, well, that's not completely untrue. Kerry needed help, and a friend too. Over the last few years, everything that happened with Johnny and Samurai, it's all on the net if you want to read about it, really started to get under his skin. He was going through a pretty violent three-quarter life crisis when I met him. I helped him to get through it in one piece. The Us Crack song is kind of like the icing on this whole cake. Or, I can say, for someone who wouldn't be caught dead listening to Laser Pop, you sure do know your gossip. If you ask me, all that talk about Kerry being suicidal and depressed was just typical scream sheet scap talk. He's a little whacked in the head, sure, but he's fine otherwise. A real Nova character too. The Us Cracks girls were also a treasure to behold. I'm glad they kissed and made up in the end. Believe me, it wasn't easy. The thing is, I guess in a way both of these things are true. Aspects of them are true anyway. Kerry did need help, that's certainly the case. But on the other hand, I think there was some over-exaggeration of, in the media that is, of the situation he was in. You know what media are like. They love to speculate on these things, don't they? He is a little whacked in the head, that's sure, as well. Do you know, I'm going to go with the bottom one, mainly because it refers to the fact that he's made up with Us Cracks. And believe me, it wasn't easy. It's absolutely true. It was not easy. Is that it? Are we done? Okay, so I've got a story there to tell Panam next time I see her, and it would be wrong of me not to read the message from Kerry Eurodyne himself, which has been sitting there for 2 episodes at least, I think. Kerry says, hey, how's it going? Owning the streets of NC. Well, I'm not actually in NC much at the moment, although I went back there last episode. I could reply, hey, you could say that. Lots of stuff's been happening, even without you. Or I could say, more like trying to survive. Let's just say the city and I are even. Again, I think I'm going to go with the bottom one. I think he is trying to survive. Whether we're even or not, I'm not sure about. Is that it? Is that all we get? Oh no, here it comes. Kerry's typing. Oh, he's typing a lot. Sweet. What's that? What's up with me? Nice of you to ask. Hammering out some sick tunes. Okay, more like trying to hammer out. Keep your fingers crossed. I will, Kerry. I will keep my fingers crossed, but I think you're on the path to a better future now because of everything we've done. Right, now on my tablet, I need to go into inventory because there's stuff I want to do. Right, now in the intervening time between episodes, I've made myself some bullet points of things I want to improve at the start of the episode before we get going, as usual. I've been into the menu systems, I've looked around, I've made some choices. So the first one I want to do is to go to slot 2 of my current weapons loadout. Now slot 2 is my swap slot, remember. It's where I'm making myself try out tech weapons and smart weapons. Well, I say that, but the Yinglong has stayed there for I think 2 episodes at least now because I've grown to like it. When I first came up with the idea of making myself try tech and smart weapons, I was trepidatious because I was taking out of slot 2 a weapon that I knew the characteristics of, knew I could rely on, and I was putting in its place a complete unknown quantity. It could have been disastrous. It wasn't at all in the case of the Yinglong. It's been very good. I particularly like its rate of fire. Each bullet doesn't do much damage, but the fact you've got this large magazine, is it called, where the bullets reside, you know that you can afford to spray them a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. However, last episode I crafted the Hakatomi smart weapon mod from the Chimera part, and if you remember, that can be applied to a smart weapon to increase the synergy between the weapon and its effects and any quick hack effects that you have running at that time. The problem is you can't apply mods to iconic weapons, and the Yinglong is an iconic weapon, so it has to come out. Now I've got 4 options here for the replacements in terms of what I do for sourcing it. I could look in my crafting menu, which I have done, at things that I can craft as possible smart gun weapon replacements. I can look in my inventory to see if I already possess a suitable weapon. I could wait and literally do it on the hoof. In other words, wait until I'm exploring the map, doing gigs, jobs in this episode or whatever episode, until I come across a fallen enemy who donates me a suitable smart weapon. Or given that I've got over 1 3/4 million eddies now, I could head off to a vendor and buy a smart weapon. So the option that I've chosen to go with is the second of those, because in my inventory I already have something which I think will fit the bill. It is this, the D5 Sidewinder Tier 5 Plus Smart Assault Rifle. Now, if you look at the characteristics, the attack speed is slightly worse than the Yinglong, but the damage per bullet is slightly higher. The reload speed is a little lower. The effective range is slightly higher. Weapon handling is so close as to be unremarkably different. So that's the one I'm going to go with. The other thing that made me choose this one, I've got this one by the way in my crafting specs, which is the best one I had in my crafting specs, so it was pointless crafting it again. This one already has 1 mod slot used, as we'll see here. It's got a tier 3 equalizer in. Now I've checked and I don't have anything better at the moment to put into that slot, believe it or not, because I've been selling off mods and dismantling other things too. So that's staying there for the moment, but it does have this empty mod slot into which I can now put the Hakatomi. Now this, remember, gives me plus 5% chance to apply a quick hack effect. The effect type depends on the body part hit, and I can swap this mod out again and put it on a different weapon if at some point in the future I get a better one. If, I'm sure it's going to happen when I get a better one. So that is done. Now the next thing on my tablet was, yes, grenades. For the last 2 episodes at least, I've made myself try out a different grenade, and that's going to happen again today. The one that's currently in there is the Gash anti-personnel grenade. It's spectacular, the range of different effects that the mods have given to the different weapons in this game. The Gash anti-personnel grenade was a thing to behold. 32 laser beams that dealt damage for 8 seconds. And the damage was different depending on the material that the laser beam was interacting with. This level of sophistication in design and artwork just stuns me. I think we become not immune to it, but we become somewhat blasé about it. We come to expect it, don't we? And we find it unremarkable. And it is remarkable. It is. When you see a laser beam penetrate the bodywork of a car and come out the other side, but not do substantial damage other than scorching it and putting a little pockmark in the paving slabs that it interacts with. When you see it do physical damage, as it says there, to your enemies, but not to NPCs or animals, that level of design just for one grenade, one weapon, in a game that has I don't know how many weapons, it's just astonishing. It's no wonder that we love this game, is it? You know, it's just astonishing. What am I going to replace this grenade with? I have choices. I've got the Char incendiary grenade, 15 per second thermal damage. It applies for 5 seconds. It has a slightly less blast radius, 4.2 meters, whereas the Gash had 4.8, but that's neither here nor there really. This 5-second burn that it applies deals additional damage to armoured enemies as well. That's attractive. I have this EMP grenade, and I said I've been through the menus here. This has got a long descriptor. It has another 4.2 blast radius, 89 electrical damage, 5-second duration, an EMP effect for 5 seconds, but it also deals bonus damage against enemy netrunners, drones, mechs, robots and turrets, anything mechanical or mechanically inclined basically. It disables turrets for the duration of that EMP grenade effect, so 5 seconds of peace and quiet, and it deactivates enemy cyberware for 20 seconds. That is one juicy option of a grenade. There's my frag grenade, which I've used before. This is the Molodet's Biohaz grenade. This has 12 per second chemical damage, identical blast radius, 8-second duration. It creates a toxic cloud with a 6-second duration that applies poison, and there's a 95% minus enemy melee damage for 25 seconds and a decreased movement speed for 5 seconds and reduction of 10% stamina. That's a possibility. There is Ozob's Nose, which we know all about. There is this one, which is a recon grenade, 10.8 meter blast radius. This emits a sound that lures enemies to it, and there's a plus 80% lock-on speed with smart weapons against affected enemies. There's an obvious synergy there to be remembered for using with a smart weapon that's got a mod attached to it too. Then we've got the smoke grenade, which basically for a little while, 15 seconds, creates a smoke screen, and we've also got its partner, the flashbang, which for 12 seconds applies blinding with a minus 90% accuracy for affected human enemies for 15 seconds. But the one I'm going to go with, to start off with, is this, the Molodet's Biohaz grenade. So this thing, toxic cloud, 6-second duration applying poison, 95% reduction enemy melee damage for 25 seconds, decreased movement speed for 5 seconds, minus 10% stamina. That's the one I'm going to go with. It's in place. Now you'll notice, and I think I'm speaking the truth here, the 2 there indicates that I can throw 2 of these things one after the other. That's a bonus effect which I've only recently noticed I possess, and I'm thrilled to have. So that is done. Now I would do some further improvements to clothing in terms of ones with buffs, but it happens that I don't have a great deal. What I am going to put in place is Johnny's tank top. It's an iconic. It says without the dog tags it looks like any other fanboy shirt. That's true. We won't see it particularly, but we at least know that it is now there underneath what V is wearing. And that is my list of improvements done. Right, I'm back in the journal list with the damned go to the moth bar selected. We have some red text from Johnny to read and then some descriptor text. Let's do the red text first. The plot thickens, the cast is expanding and the drama becomes a farce. Don't you think that one more secret agent in this motley crew of downed presidents, missing netrunners and sleeper pigs is one too many? Stay on top of them, V. Don't let yourself get dragged into an even bigger mess, like next corporate war big. Johnny is nervous. Right, let's read about FIA. FIA. The Federal Intelligence Agency was established in 2006 after the dissolution of the NSA, National Security Agency, and the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, both of which were implicated in organising a conspiracy to overthrow the US government. In theory, it was supposed to take over and join their functions, but in practice it remained an underfunded institution of marginal importance for almost half a century. This all changed after the ratification of the NUSA Constitution in 2053. The FIA was granted extensive powers and privileges, and a huge budget made it possible to recruit a veritable army of secret informants and equip them with state-of-the-art technology. Since 2065, when Rosalind Myers became the NUS president, the FIA has steadily grown in strength. The active participation of agents in the course of the Unification War has become an open secret. After the war ended, the FIA's involvement in direct military action was greatly reduced in favour of data acquisition and analysis. FIA agents now conduct intelligence operations around the world, loyally and discreetly pursuing the NUSA's political objectives. The weekly reports that President Myers receives from the FIA's leadership provide her with invaluable knowledge of the plans and actions of foreign governments and multinational corporations, and even a few influential private individuals. Skeptics say that the FIA serves Myers mainly as a secret weapon in her political games against Militech. The reality, only the FIA knows. Interesting. Intelligence, acquisition and analysis, rather than direct action. Let's read about Longshore. Longshore Stacks. A residential quarter of Dogtown, packed densely with makeshift structures fashioned from shipping containers, old construction equipment and debris. A city within a city that offers everything the average Dogtown resident needs: trade, bars, a central plaza, even a hotel. Much of the new tech flowing into Hanson's Market at the stadium first has its serial numbers filed off here. If you're searching for a missing person, this is the place to start. If all you want is a warm Scott burger and a cold beer, go no farther than the Stacks. Kids chase each other in a maze of sheet metal. A local booze hound musician picks at his guitar strings. A junkie to a skin BD in the comfort of his rusty cargo container. Life finds a way. It's a place, all right. That image there. It's a poster, isn't it? You could have that or project it on your wall to look at, and you'd never run out of things to look at and think about and marvel over. The moth. In the heart of Longshore Stacks, you'll find a safe haven for any seeking to quench their thirst with a glass of the good stuff, and a place to relax with some classic jukebox tunes. Regulars know that the owner and bartender of this establishment are one and the same person. 7 years ago, the woman they know as Daphne laid claim to this vacant building sitting atop an out-of-service boiler room and transformed it into a godsend for the Stacks community, a bar. To this day, Stacks residents relish visiting the Moth after a rough day, where they're always greeted by a bartender bot or by the owner herself. Daphne's ears are always open to the locals' ramblings and ravings. She has her finger on the pulse of all Dogtown gossip. In fact, if Daphne finds your gossip juicy as all get out, she might just offer you a round on the house. In other words, if you're an penniless Dogtown resident without proper access to a therapist, then you head to Moth, order a stiff drink and talk your heart out to Daphne. It should come as no surprise that this bar never lacks clientele. And that's where we're headed. I love the illustration again there. You could do the same thing. You could turn it into a poster. You could make it into, a wallpaper if it was permitted to do that. And, just enjoy savouring looking at it and thinking about the incredible granular level of detail in the things you're seeing there. The bottles, the lights, the people and their faces. These people who've gone there for solace. I wonder if that's what we're going there for. Why would you pick the Moth as the place to meet? Interesting. Right, let's get moving. It's a very orange day today and quite dull, can you tell? The sun's rays are trying to penetrate. They're not succeeding very well at the moment. And actually, as I've said that though, it has just brightened a little, visibly there. So maybe, I don't know, perhaps this is going to burn off and we'll have a blue day, or maybe it's going to rain. There's a wind blowing. Perhaps it's bringing that in with it. Or maybe it'll just stay like this for the whole day. That would be depressing. No one's in a rush this early morning. Those people who are about don't seem to be running. They're walking. People who are on staircases can't make their minds up whether to stay where they are. Is she being ill? I think she might be. Or whether to continue their journey. It's not that far. Come on, you can do it. And there are people at the top waiting for you. The yellow line seems to have a loop in it, and that actually reminds me of something that came up in the comments last week and the week before. It's just straightened out. Literally, it's just straightened out as I said it. People saying that you don't necessarily have to follow the yellow line exactly. You can deviate from it. And sometimes actually people don't like following the lines anyway. They like to think where they're going and make their own decision about how they're going to get there. I've just been otherwise attracted by this incredible lighting effect here. It's like a dust devil. There's a sliver of light. Can you see it? And it's getting wider. That sliver of light on the floor is getting wider as the sun rises. And it's moving, and it's highlighting the fact that these buildings create like a wind canyon. The bushes are showing this too, look. And then when dust gets caught in this particularly, it shimmers. Can you see the edges of it? They've got this sort of crenellation to them as it's passing. That's astonishing. Yeah, to get back to the business of lines and following lines, I'm right in the middle of it. That's good too. I just love the way, by the way, while we're here, that the light reflects and catches highlights on things like these tubes and on the panels of buildings too, depending on the different materials they're made of and even the different colours. They seem to pop, some of them more than others, and it changes as the lighting changes, as the sun gets higher. I don't know, I think it's making a fist of this. It might be going to burn off. Maybe we'll get a blue day. Let's cross our fingers. It applies to the teal lines as well. I'm not going to stop to listen to conversations on the side because that one we've heard before. That's the guys discussing the drop that happened. I do like to make my own way between places, but I could never be one of those people who turns off the minimap, and I know there are people who do that. I'm in awe of someone whose knowledge of the city is so good. They've played it for so long that they don't need the minimap. It's a real challenge, I guess, navigating that way, but I could never do that. I really couldn't. It would be beyond me. Mother can ice you. Right, okay, if you say so. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to pretend to know what that means. I will follow these guys who are heading towards the moth. They've got the same desire as I have. They don't want to go to the Sky Gym. No. No gym for you guys. You're heading this way. It must have been so great to be a dev working on Phantom Liberty, to be able to include all those things which maybe you dreamt of including in the base game, but they couldn't be for practicality's sake or other reasons, and then have the opportunity to do that. Not just that, but also to come up with new things which had not seen the light of day back when the base game was being constructed. It must have been such a rewarding thing to do. Hey, you okay?
Hi. How are you?
You know, when I saw that she was hugging herself like that, I felt there might be a hesitancy to her. Oh.
Are you? Wow. You are, aren't you?
No, don't tell me she recognises V. I am V. Sometimes seen with Kerry Uridine. Yeah. Me and Kerry are like that. BFFs. But yeah, can you imagine it, you know, being able to get another opportunity to do something you'd really loved in the first place and thought, wow, you know, what can we do this time? That must have been terrific. Now, every time I get a new grenade, oh, wow, what just happened to the weather? It's blown through. Excellent. That's put me in a better mood for what I'm about to do, because every time I get a new grenade, as you know, I have to test it. And as I was going along there, I was looking for an opportunity to test it where there were not too many NPCs. This has got to be it. This has got to be it. There's a whole cluster of Barghest there. Here it comes. Whoa! He decided to run upstairs. I didn't see that coming. Did it do the job? Kinda. My new grenade kind of did the job, but I've left myself open to attack by other people who are around. I mean, you know, just because you have a cluster of bar guests don't mean that there are any bar guests in the vicinity, does it? I don't like that one for a start, and this one's broken cover, which was a foolish thing to do. Wow. It's still showing combat. I think I've scared away the local population, so I'll port away my gun. Ronnie's down there. He's still there, Ronnie. I thought you might have run away. Oh, he's noticed me.
I'll be damned. A real live customer. What can I get you?
Nothing at the moment, thank you. I'm a bit busy. Oh, and if we sit down to start talking about the hood, I know what will happen. You'll get the brosifs out. I'll be there forever, and I won't get to the moth bar. So, I am still being spotted by this person, who is incautiously walking down the stairs. I mean, how did you not see me? I was right there. And now I'll never know. Okay. I will already start looting these people because I'm on the lookout for good weapons, as I said at the moment now. I'm hoping someone's going to give me a decent smart weapon, but I'm not going to necessarily swap it out this episode. It's just picking these things up and having the options. That's a really good start. And my grenade was extremely effective. It worked. I have an answer to the question, does it work on multiple enemies well in a small space? Answer, yes. It worked exclusively well. Actually, no one got away in the end. The guy who had the sense to run upstairs before the whole thing happened, he survived it, but he was the only one. Right, we are here. Wow. This is an edifice. We've got people standing around it and many candles lit. This is some kind of shrine. This is some kind of place of reverent worship, or remembrance, I guess would be more like it. We have pinned to it the photographs of a great number of people, all of whom I would imagine are deceased, hence the candles. And also, there are multiple news sources blaring around this square. Look, it depends where you're looking, but they're really sort of in your ears on every side. It's quite off-putting. Stop it. I need to go up here by the looks of it, these stairs, to get to the moth, so I'm going up here. I've got various other subjects to discuss with you, one or two which will probably be a bit contentious, so I'm biding my time here. This is where I presumably have got to wait until the evening. Oh, until the evening? I wouldn't have advanced the time to the morning if I'd known that. Ugh, wait. Can I not go in the moth bar then? Before then? Is it, like, closed? It is not closed. And furthermore, there's a barkeep. A robot barkeep. As in the red text. I have seen many bartenders in my time, but you take the biscuit. Also, you know, we were talking about the work of the devs here. Watch the robot for a second. There is no need for a robot to yawn or shake its head or, oh God, what are you going to do next? Wipe the crumbs off the table. It's just a sort of boredom mannerism on the part of the robot, isn't it? Look, shifting its weight from one foot to the other, leaning on the bar. You tapping your fingers then? Is that what you were doing? That's just astonishing. I'm going to talk to the robot. I'm not going to drink anything because I think if and when I meet up with Reed, we're going to be coming into the bar, I presume. I think we would be. I don't want to know what's on the menu either, but I will talk to you.
How'd someone like you end up here?
Oh, stretching.
My owner bought me from some junk dealers, revamped, reprogrammed, and finally infused me with her spirit.
Oh.
Gape earth and this unhappy wretch entomb, or change my form whence all my sorrows come. The tree still planted in the unfinished part, not wholly vegetative, and heaved her heart.
Your programming sounds ancient.
Cultured.
What can I get you?
Yes, that's interesting. So, are you? I mean, when you say your owner, do you mean your owner now, or your owner in some past life imbued you with these facilities? I'm sorry, I just bumped my microphone there. Also, I should have guessed it was a female robot. I mean, given the eye makeup there and the lipstick, it's not necessarily the case, obviously, but I should have guessed, and I didn't. How clever. I am tempted whilst I'm here just to look at the layout of this place in case it turns into a firefight. Well, he's not going to be any problem. Yeah, there's the gun store, not far away. All those things that we saw on the map. Oh, there's a readable on the end of the bar there. Again, do I want to read it now, or do I want to read it later? I'm going to read it now, because there's always the chance we may not come in here, so let me do this. Oh, this is the drinks menu. Oh, okay, I'll read that. I can have a brosif, ice cold for working folk, that's me. A bourbon to take the edge off after a long day. Rye whiskey, add some spice to your life. Nicola, if the rye whiskey was a mistake. Vodka, if the Nicola was an even bigger mistake. Moth cocktail. How special. Okay. None of these people, this is just Ella, who's just out for, chilling, as they say. Krill, who's come here to talk with the barkeep, but not particularly, I guess, this barkeep. I think they meant the other barkeep. Alicia, we've got the usual machines here. We have a back room, which I can enter. Oh, it's the toilets. It's not that sort of back room. It's this sort of back room. Oh, another flamingo. Everywhere you go. Flamingos. Corpo sucker. And Corpo stole my soul. It's always Corpo that's getting the blame here, isn't it? Have you noticed? It's become like a curse word, Corpo, really. Oh, Jack Entry live in concert. Godzilla IE. Wow, 320, 2077. Lootable. Medicals. Never say no. I haven't got a gun drawn because this just feels like a chilled place. I've realised I've come in here just not expecting trouble. So, where's Johnny? There's a very good question. I can answer that question. I can tell you exactly where Johnny is at the moment. No future. So let's say E.T. the Rich. And then that word. I read that word out the other day and someone picked up in the comments and said, I just heard you say that word. And I had to apologise to them and said, yeah, it kind of slipped through that one. In the sense that, I mean, I'm not into hierarchies of curse words at all, particularly, and I shouldn't have said that one. I did apologise to them. But I generally don't like just using any of them. And also in the comments last week, and it came in an email that someone sent me to the channel email address. Someone was saying, you could use substitution when you're looking at curse words. And we all know words that are used in the place of various curse words to keep the flow of the text going when you're reading it out. And I did consider that right at the very start of the playthrough and dismissed it, because really that kind of substitution isn't obfuscation at all, is it? It's not really hiding anything. You're still using a word that everybody knows is a substitute curse word in a way. So that's why I didn't do it. It's just a matter of choice. Where's Johnny? Johnny's in the John, actually, when you think about it. How apt. I will jump for joy at that little revelation and leave the room. Do we have any more backroom areas to this play? We do. I ought to check out every nook and cranny. Fixer. What does that say? It's just got the names of the people who are in it. Feb 28. Good date for release. Easy to remember. Let's go through this curtain to I know not what. Now this is the proper back room. We have a computer in here. Excellent. A bit of lore to start off with. There's various other rooms off this room. Oh, dark in here. No light switch. What do we have? Anything? We do. Yeah, you see, this is what I was saying about consumables. I've got Brosif lager here and various other things. But bluegrass, yeah. I don't really use them as consumables to boost my movement speed or accuracy. I guess it's more important on higher difficulty levels. That they are probably more significant, especially when ordinary resources are more scarce to come by. Those kind of consumables are likely very, very important. Shouldn't somebody be minding this cooking? Can I just say, are you here on your own today, robot? There's just you? That seems unfair. I hope you're being paid well. Well, you're not being paid at all, but there you go. That's a robot's lot, isn't it? Oh, look, it's a chance for me to loot some clothing. And I will loot it. Right, messages 1. Oh, robot software. Robot software from Daphne to Phoenix. This must be the robot that we just met. That has been imbued with human characteristics, let's be honest. Hey, I'm coming back with the software thing I mentioned the other day. The robot's all set up. I need you to wipe the old programming clean so there's not a trace of the previous owner on the board. Got to upload all the new data from a shard I prepared. And I need this ware of yours to work flawlessly. The robot will tend the bar and serve customers, so no cutting corners here. Can't have her glitching or crashing while she's pouring hot coffee. I will want to double check it all before I send it to work. Sounds good? And then Phoenix replied to Daphne, sorry, but no such thing as flawless soft, especially with complex soft like this here. Ain't a calculator, so don't expect perfect results every time. Will crash occasionally, just the way it is. That said, I can promise you high-speed customer service. She goes out and I'll send you a patch or even pop in to install a hotfix and have a hot coffee. Plus, I'll scrape the old ware. The bot will feel like new. Trust me, I aim to satisfy. Excellent. Daphne's robot was a hit with Daphne. And then we have kennels growing from Alex to Saggy. How did that get on this computer? Hanson's lapdogs are buzzing like an angry hornet's nest. They're recruiting left and right, buying stadium combat implants in bulk. Something's about to go down. From Saggy to Alex. Your informant's talking? Heard the colonel's setting up a meet with buyers and allies. Maybe he just wants to bolster security. From Alex to Saggy. Nah, there's more to this. They're setting up new posts, reinforcing existing ones, placing spotters in key locations. Sky monitoring systems are on high alert too, as if they're expecting an airstrike or something. Maybe it's nothing, but I'm still letting you know, because it's definitely an anomaly. Later. Okay. But that's Daphne's computer, presumably. Right. I'm kind of glad I went into this back room. So, I think we're done here. And I will go and do as I've been told to and wait outside. No one else seems to have come in whilst I've been out. Excellent. Let's do this. What do I do? Wait until the evening? I would not have advanced the time to morning if I'd known that. I quite like the ambience of this place, actually. It's rustic. It's been thrown together. I like the lanterns that people have hung on the power cables. You can imagine in the evening around this tree, it would look rather splendid, all lit up. And I wonder if people still come in the evenings to look at it. I don't know. Everyone's in their own world there, aren't they? Everyone's got their private thoughts. No one's chatting. They're just standing, passing a little time, pausing the day. I'm going to pause the day now. Sit down and wait. Ooh, I didn't have to wait too long because the game's advanced. Sometime later. 10 PM? Okay. That's sometime later, and it's answered my question about what it would look like at night. That's just beautiful. And if anything, there are more people here now, which makes sense because other people during the day would have been busy, I guess. And now work is over, they can gather in the evening here. Oh, it's a lovely place. However, I have a date with Destiny in Moth. Go to Moth Bar. My robot's not there. I can see a person. Where's my robot?
My advice? I dumped that pile of human offal. See how he likes being alone.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Anyway, better get going. Take care.
Chin up, Sweekends. Seeing sunshine round the bend. Just don't you let those bastards walk over you.
Okay.
What'll it be, honey buns?
I think I saw sight of you, but I'll scan you. This is Daphne. Her affiliation is classified. I don't think I've come across that before. Her abilities are combat stim. I'll take a brosif, please. And I'll sit
Take
down.
a cold beer, please.
You got it.
Hey Daphne. She was doing exactly what the red text said. She's offering advice to people. She's the barkeep who listens. Reed's calling me.
At the bar.
Sure am. Waiting for you.
I'll be there momentarily. There's one thing you should know.
One? Only one? It's the way he said it. Look at his face. It's the way he's saying this. This is something he's withheld from me, isn't it? I can feel it in my tummy. This is something I'm supposed to have known, and he's waited till I'm here. Oh, don't worry, I'm here. I am sensing this is not going to be good.
Sensing there's legacy shit needs resolving.
Oh,
You know that op 7 years back that went south?
yes.
My eyes left me for dead. Cover story was I sold out to Arasaka. I never told Alex it was a cover. So, things could get tense.
Wait, hang on. You never told Alex it was a cover. Am I being dense here? So is Daphne Alex then?
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. 7 years. She bought the bar 7 years ago. 7 years ago this happened. Her laptop's got messages from Daphne and from Alex, originating from Alex. Okay. And she's got a classified
You there?
affiliation when I scan her too. All of these things add up. Okay, so you never told her what really happened. It was a cover that you sold out to Arasaka. Myers left me for dead. Op went south. Cover story was I sold out to Arasaka. So you two have history.
You and Alex. Two of you were close.
Come on, you can tell me.
I let Arcel and NC was her handler. She wound up stuck here in Dogtown post-war. Thinks it was because I turned code. Do you see what I'm driving at?
I do. I made the assumption, and it was a false assumption I think, that Reed had been hiding out in Dogtown exclusively, and that isn't the case, I now understand. I do understand that he has been travelling back and forth, but it was rather where Myers knew to get hold of him, I guess was the thing that I was looking for there. Okay, I do see what you're driving at. So you literally could have told me about this earlier, instead of which you've sent me into this situation, haven't you?
Mentioning this sooner never entered your mind? Truly, Reed? Damn it.
I'm mentioning it now. I'm nearing the entrance.
Good. It's that need to know thing again, isn't it?
And there you are. Enjoy, honey bunch.
Thank you.
Thanks.
First time in here. I got that right? You new to Dogtown? Oh, hell no.
Instant recognition. This is going to go well.
I'm looking for an Alex.
Like fuck you are.
Oh, quick.
So, she
You're
not
on
here?
the awfully short list of folks we just don't serve here. Turn the fuck around and get
I'll
out.
have a gin and tonic. Make it a double.
I mean,
He's with me.
yeah.
You've got some balls. All right, my people. We gotta close up for the day.
Yes.
I ain't going fucking anywhere.
Come on. You serious?
Oh. The clientele are not happy. They've paid for their therapy session by buying beers. And they're gone.
Everyone out!
Going.
Now!
Ooh. Okay, I think we've got this bit right. She's Alex. She's definitely an agent.
Alex.
7 fucking years in this shithole. 'Cause of you, Solomon Reed.
Ooh, man. Unforgiven. Oh, forgiven. That was a little burst of anger.
Holy.
Sol ain't getting it. Maybe you will.
Coin. Don't shoot me.
Myers sent us. Got a mission in Dogtown.
With him? FYI, 7 years ago, this scumbag stabbed everybody in the back.
No,
About
7
that.
years ago, I was ordered to go to ground, and you were fed a cover story. I had to take the fall. There was no other way.
Expect me to believe you? Just like that?
This is a shock,
Get
isn't
the
it?
fuck out of my sight, both of you.
I could go with the top one, which is true, but I could do the bottom one. You've been here this long.
Hey, I get it. You and Reed got some mutual splaining to do, clearly. Have at it, then live out the rest of your days in this musty armpit.
That's some kind of convoluted threat?
No.
No, we actually need you. But maybe you need us more.
She's thinking. She's thinking. We've made an impression. Come on. She really is thinking.
Fuck this. Need a smoke.
And she's going to think some more, but she's put the gun away.
Should be fucking ashamed, Saul.
All right. Well, Sol, that probably went as badly as it could, but maybe not, because no shots were actually fired. I think I could have got shot there if I'd not showed her that coin. I'm not sure, please don't anybody tell me, I'm not sure what would have happened, but I get the feeling it wouldn't have been good. Tense, you said. And the shape-shifting. What was that all about? I hope I get to do all of these, because I want to do both of these blues. I really do want to do both of them. I'm just going to go bottom to top with this. I'm still reeling from what we just discovered then. So he wanted us to make contact with someone who would be a good source of intel, have that ability, and obviously this is Alex stroke Daphne. Daphne's identity has been this barkeep for 7 years. That's who she's been. Stuck here, as she put it, but nevertheless making a living, making it work. And now comes this, which is effectively a reactivation, isn't it?
Could get tense, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went... Do you know what was most noticeable about that? Solomon, actually, Sol, I'm going to call him Sol from now on, took quite a lot of the angst, but we were in line for it too. Without V there, I think that really would have gone badly.
The hell was that? Did she just shapeshift?
Metatropic cloaking. Perks of the FIA Militech connection. Get to call dibs on their latest gen, cutting-edge tech.
Yeah, and that's what's concerning about Songbird, isn't it? Because if she's got access to the same level of tech that Alex Daphne has got, she could be masquerading, appearing as anyone else. She doesn't have to look like Songbird. Also in the comments, somebody brought up this business about Songbird and Myers and their relationship and how it works out dynamically. Do they trust each other, or has some level of distrust arisen? I think she's a cuckoo in the presidential nest, Songbird. Her presence is undeniable. She's obviously very influential and highly thought of, skilled, given quite arduous and important tasks to fulfill on Myers' behalf. But she's also resourceful. She's a potential liability. If she were ever to turn in her affiliations or loyalties, can you imagine the chaos that could ensue? If Reed was willing to get rid of Jacob and Taylor, and that also came up in the comments, I think that's probably what he did, then would he think twice about Songbird if the same applied to her? I think Jacob and Taylor were got rid of on the basis that even if Myers had intended to reward them, as she promised she would, the actual job of extricating Myers from Dogtown into Night City and beyond back to Washington was down to Reed. He ran that operation, and what he decided went. And he wouldn't necessarily have fed back to Myers about what he'd done if she wasn't in cahoots with him over it, that is, if she wasn't fibbing when she agreed with Taylor and Jacob that they would be rewarded, if she always intended to leave it to someone like Reed to get rid of them if necessary. But I don't know. I think he would have just taken it upon himself to have made sure there was no possibility of blowback, that they couldn't pass on the intel they had about Myers and her escape route from Dogtown to anybody else. He's just tidying up loose ends. Maybe that's what he does. I don't think you should go talk to her. However, I'll have some more of my...
Let me try this.
Drink.
Give me a minute.
A minute?
You're gonna talk to her.
Someone's gotta. And better me than you.
Oh, right, okay. So I am going to talk to her then. I thought we were just going to wait until she chilled off and came back in. Maybe not. And now I'm glad that I did the intervention in the bar here, where I scanned everything and found my laptop and whatever, because that definitely made that interaction more impactful. I would not have made the connection between Daphne and Alex so quickly, even on the basis of the scan saying it was classified, her affiliation, even on him coming in asking for Alex and the two of them facing each other like that and her reaction. I wouldn't have made that connection without the lore that we found there. I think we're all going to need a vodka after this, because the Nicola was not enough. Oh, I don't know where to stand here. Should I stand this side?
Couldn't wait till I was done.
I could introduce myself, which is always polite, or I could empathise with her by saying, well, because I felt like this occasionally, I guess, I bet you'd spit in Reed's drink given the chance.
Could spit in Reed's drink if it'll make you feel any better.
He'd know. Old dog, but senses sharp as ever. Even spit wouldn't make it past him. So NUSA's tossing us back into the fray, huh? New mission?
Yeah, afraid so.
Well, fire away. Serenade me.
You know, there's a kind of sadness to Alex stroke Daphne. I've got to call her something. I'm going to call her Alex from now on because she's Alex at the moment. It's not anger anymore, is it? It's a resignation. It's a realisation that the assumption she'd made about what Sol had done in the past was wrong. That can't be easy to swallow after 7 years of thinking the opposite. Just to throw a switch and change and say, oh, okay, it wasn't like that, it was like this. That's all right then. That's not going to happen. There's a resentment there. Plus 7 years have passed. Could you not have told him this before? Why has he had to wait till now? I'm going to ask, is this it? I've assumed that we've taken away the layer of pretense, but is this really you now?
You. Right now. Am I looking at the real Alex?
What's it to you?
She didn't answer.
I mean, what's the diff? Nobody who's anybody cares about the real Alex.
What if I do?
Then it's solely your problem. Now, about the mission. Spill.
Wow, you see, again, he's trying to help, isn't he? Did you see that sideways glance she gave him when she went like that? As he said that he cared about her? It's semi-dismissive, but also I don't think she's willing to open up at all to let anybody do that. And yet, a moment earlier, she said no one cares about Alex. There's an element of self-pity in this too. No, I'm just trying to work you out as a person. I understand it. I get it. The resentment. I can see where it's coming from. But the fact of the matter is we're all agents now, aren't we? This is turning into like a spy drama. It's turning into an espionage fest. And V, every interaction he has, his status seems to elevate. It's almost like he's one of them now, on a par with them.
Scab got your tongue?
He didn't introduce himself, did he? So does she even know who he is?
FIA agent went missing. Reed and I are tasked with finding her.
And all of a sudden, FIA remembers I exist.
Pretty much.
You know Dogtown better than any other operative in their ranks.
Yes.
Their ranks. So you're not FIA. Curious. What leverage they had on you.
Right. I may have just made a mistake there. Because did you spot the gap in her speech where she said curious? Pause. She thought a universe of thoughts in that 2 or 3 seconds. Have I just dropped down in your status, in your estimation because of what I've just said? Or is she genuinely curious to know what this is? It is kind of a one-off thing for me, but actually it is personal. What leverage they had on you.
It's personal. Got my own reasons.
Scab got your tongue? In this line of work, you'd fucking better. Had mine too. Ditch the Metroplex ghetto, cesspool of a life. Lo and behold, FIA is offering next-gen chrome and a purpose. Didn't think twice.
Okay. That was the carrot.
Not unlike the fix I'm in.
She's a thinker, this one.
Always starts the same way. Do them a favor, they promise one in return. Sometimes even deliver. Then one day, they nail your dick to the wall. This ought mean that much to you? Because you're clearly hoping to get something out of it. Question is what?
Right. If she's going to be working with V, she wants to understand what his motivations are, what makes him tick, how reliable he is, whether she can trust him to a degree. I totally get that. I feel the same way about Alex. I think on the basis...
Gotta know who I'm dealing with here.
Exactly. On the basis of the interactions we've had so far, I think this is the real thing. This is the real Alex, and I believe her backstory, that she's been stuck here for 7 years. It seems authentic. It seems to be the only thing she's known for in the area. It's not like she's also
Gotta know who I'm dealing with here.
doing deals with other people in the background. She's reading my mind. This is spooky. Okay, so this is true. It means survival, but that's just one word, and it's not as descriptive as the top one. We are after the same person. The FIA and me, we both want to find Songbird.
FIA and me, we're after the same runner. Interests aligned, so you're looking at Agent V now.
Right. And the chair jock is?
Chair jock.
Songbird.
Ooh, again, facial expression.
Fuck me. Gonna take more than one cig to process that.
Right. She knows stuff about Songbird. She even stubbed a cigarette out there and threw it over the railing. And the way that her whole weight is now resting on her forearms there, it's like the energy is just drained from her body and she's thinking, her? Look at her. Now both these things actually I think are going to get me the same response. Sheesh, what's the issue is basically the direct one, but she also banned from your bar? I'm going to go with that one.
She on that short list of peeps you don't serve here too?
Come on, tell me what happened.
Never told you the whole story, did he?
Yes, here we go.
What story?
I love this. Come on.
Story of a clusterfuck op. One that led to Reed disappearing and me being holed up here for 7 years.
Right. Here comes her version.
Here's the list of operatives. Reed, Songbird, and me. Haven't heard this, have you?
I have not. Please continue.
That's just perfect. Tell me you believe in coincidences? Or, fuck it, fate? 'Cause plug the same variables into an equation, and surprise! Gonna get the same fucking result. Shit in, shit out.
Okay, now she's angry. That's genuine anger. Arms folded, posture.
Well, you and that hangdog Judas are in luck. Because I got a nasty habit of repeating the same gonk mistakes. Got conditions, though.
I'm really sorry, but I've got to take this woman's picture. It's just such a perfect opportunity to do this, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to turn depth of field off. I'm not going to mess about any more than that, but I just want to take a picture. That's a really beautiful picture. And with that, we'll return. She has conditions. How can you impose conditions if you're still an agent? You may not have been acting as an agent, but the way I kind of...
Scab got your tongue?
No, not at all. The way I see this relationship now, essentially if you do any work with FIA, you're an agent, and that's it. You're an agent. I don't think you resign. I don't think you retire. You might be retired, if you get my drift. I don't think it's an optional thing.
Scab got your tongue?
So, I mean, I'd love to hear her conditions, but I think I can point out you are still an agent, so you have no choice in this matter.
You in a position to have any?
Exactly.
Still on their payroll.
Or is she?
Don't care. Tell Saul I'm done letting everyone walk all over me, expecting me to lick their boots. Way I see it, this is a favor I'm doing, a transaction. Want my back scratched in return.
Okay. So the ingrained bitterness for the way that she has been treated has left her with this realisation that it isn't an even playing field, that you give and give,
Got your tongue?
but don't get much back. So when you are in a position to demand things back, you take it. And that's exactly what she sees here. She is pivotal to this operation. Without her, it won't go ahead, or maybe not even proceed to the point where anything happens. Even the possibility of failure with her involved must be so slight that Sol is willing to... He sent me out here, effectively. He's let me come out here to negotiate. He knows what's going on. He knows exactly what we're doing out here. He's expecting me to sort this out. Tell me what you want.
So what's your ask?
Not that I can give it.
Monaco. Wanna burn rubber along the Riviera? Drink champagne on a yacht with a fucking duchess?
Okay. That's a bit unrealistic.
Want a spy's retirement?
Oh.
Diplomatic posting in a warm, gobsmackingly gorgeous place where fruit off the trees is sweet and demand for fieldwork is zero. Think you can manage that?
I mean, heavens. Oh, now then. You see, this is exactly the problem. The mission comes straight from the NUS president. This is true. However, does that mean she can be trusted to uphold a promise of reward? We just had that discussion. And also, Reed's sure to set it up. I think you are a different kettle of fish to Taylor and Jacob. He knows you. You might argue he owes her something, possibly. But the one I'm more sure about saying is the bottom one, that the mission comes straight from the president herself.
Op orders came from the NUS Prez. So, yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I just don't know though.
Preem. Go back inside, tell him I'm in.
I'm a messenger
Gonna
boy.
need more nicotine before I look at his face again.
Oh dear gosh. I'm going to say thanks.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Alex. Alex, thank you. I'm the messenger boy here. I'm a go-between. Look at it. There's Sol sitting there thinking, I've sent him out there to do this. And she's looking the other way. They're 180 degrees apart, these two, literally, aren't they? With a wall separating them. Could they be further apart? Metaphorically or physically speaking, they're not on the same page. Well...
So?
Since you ask, she kept some from me, Reed. I know he kept something from me, Reed. Alex wants a spy's retirement. She does. Still cares about you. She's prepared to do anything to get out of here. Well, all of those things I think are true. You kept stuff from me. She does want the spy's retirement and everything that goes with it. She does care about you, I believe.
So?
and she's prepared to do anything to get out of here. Do you know what I'm tempted to go with here? The top one. V's relationship with Reed concerns me immensely. Reed is the sort of person who feeds you just what you need to know at any point. He's got an encyclopedic knowledge about what's got to happen here, and I'm just being given little tidbits of it just to keep me in line.
Didn't tell me the whole story, Reed. That's twice now.
Indeed. Good point.
But it's taken care of. She'll do it.
That's really good.
Exchange for?
That was good.
Wants the spy's retirement. Someplace nice.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, she's itching to get closure after what went down between you two.
Yes, I think that's true as well. The shutters are down. Is she coming back in?
Heard you need someone to hold your hand, Reed. Take you on a tour of NC's asswart.
I came to you because I trust you, Alex.
If you say so. Fine. Songbird. Heard we gotta sniff her out.
Well, yes, this is true. I mean, I thought that glass was upside down then. That was very clever. How'd you do that? All these things, again, are appropriate. She could be anywhere. Because especially if she's got the same ability to disguise her physical outward appearance, she could literally be anywhere. I can't say if she's alive, because if she is in the hand of Hansen's troops, who knows? She is MIA in Dogtown, as far as we know. So we'll go with the top one.
Song's MIA. Probably here in Dogtown.
Probably. Good word.
We were linked, comms like. Song ventured into cyberspace, then got attacked. She vanished just after. That's all we know.
And
We need a net runner. Kind who spends all their waking hours parsing teraflops of data. Might have caught something.
You have someone in mind?
she knows everyone.
Wilkie Slider Laguerre.
I should have figured.
You know him?
Went rogue a while back. But I know where that little rat nests.
With a name like Slider, it makes him sound like a snake, doesn't it? Can we do all three of these? Is it possible to do this? Tell me who he is first, please.
Slider. Care to fill me in?
Renegade voodoo boy, murderer turned CI, all-around piece of shit.
Ooh.
Outside the net, he's blinder than 3 mice. Damaged occipital lobe. Not even a Kuroshi could mend it.
Okay. So, this guy's physically blind then?
How's an intel agency lose a blind man?
Hold himself up with Haitian buddies. Operates a large-scale tech and demon mill. Think Kabuki's home to Night City's soft sorcerers? No. They're just there to push product.
Okay. So look, given that you know where this guy is, why have you not seen to it by passing on the intel that he's been dealt with?
Claims Slider dropped off your radar, went rogue, but you know where he is.
Yes.
Why haven't you brought him in?
Absolutely, why not?
I don't know. Maybe I was saving him for a rainy fucking day. Slider wasn't on my list of prios. Not like it's any of your biz.
I don't know how well I believe that. I mean, I know she's disaffected in a sense with the agency and therefore not inclined to pass on such intel to them. What's in it for her, after all? V mentioned that she's still on their payroll. And she doesn't care about that.
Want the cords?
I guess she may think the payroll bit is the reward that she's entitled to for everything that happened to her. So she's just taken the money and not really done anything particularly. But we did have that email message that was on the computer.
Want the cords?
Is this guy really going to be of use to us?
Think this guy'll be willing to help?
Willing.
Slider? Don't hold your breath. Classic repeat offender, no scruples or principles. Had to titty twist him to work for us. Likely this time you'll just have to twist a little harder.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. I will have to twist a little harder. Why are you both looking at me? Suddenly, I know this isn't the most comfortable of seats, and we've been through that before, haven't we? I'm just looking to see how long I've been playing so far. Clearly, we're going to go and see this guy, and now it seems like I'm the odd man out
Want
here.
the chords?
Yeah, I think I do.
So, we paying him a visit?
Slider hides out in a would-be spa in Luxor Heights. Flick you exact chords in 2 secs.
We'll rendezvous there. Alex and I have some, catching up to do.
Oh.
Right. Just, don't gouge each other's eyes out. Need both of you alive and healthy.
Right. Oh, am I the third wheel here? Am I the...
So, all those years. Where you been? Involved with someone?
Oh, I'm going nowhere.
I was. For a time. It didn't pan out, though. You?
You know me. No poor bastard would have put up with me longer in a month.
Come on. Stop pretending you would have lasted any longer.
Got numerous hobbies. Sue me. Speaking of which, if I know you at all, you ain't dunking and swishing balls anymore. Am I right?
Only in my neck of the woods. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't pack up. Go home. Used to go on and on about those fucking tacos.
This is great.
I couldn't have gone home even if I wanted to. As to what kept me here, must have been something.
Which begs the question, Reed. What about me? Why couldn't I go home?
The only way FIA agents left Night City was in body bags.
Not you?
No, there was a bag with my name on it. Definitely.
What?
Just dumb luck that I'm sitting here in one piece.
You never believed in coincidence. Still don't.
You're right. I don't.
I am so glad I didn't leave this bar. Because it looked like I was being dismissed, and I would have missed all of that if I'd done that. He says it's just dumb luck that he's sitting here. She says you don't believe in coincidence. Where did you come from? I thought oh, it's the robot. The robot doesn't count. When she said everybody out, the robot sort of went, who, me? But no, not. Oh, and that is the end of our conversation. Oh boy. There's some history there. And I don't just mean working history either. Meet with Reed near Slider's hideout. Hey, Johnny.
See that tree there?
I was looking at that tree earlier. People come here to commemorate the dead. I know about this. I can tell that.
No columbarium in Dogtown last time I checked. People gotta have some place to pay their respects.
Right, of course.
Problem with that is the dead don't give a fuck about flowers and lit candles. They're fucking dead.
Yeah, he's got a point. I think we're going down here by the looks of it. We're going to have a look ourselves. Ooh, we really are getting close up and personal with this thing. And the people have backed away to let us do it. Somebody caught the grumpy bug this morning. You deserve a candle too, Johnny. Ain't got time for this. I'm not going to do the bottom one. I have got time for this. The damned is saying talk to Johnny. This is what I'm doing. The top one is the kind of response that V would give to a Johnny who was talking in a deprecating way about things that were not particularly important. But this is important. I think I'll be kind and go with the middle one.
Come on. Wouldn't lit one for you if I wasn't fresh out just now.
Shit, maybe I am as sentimental as everyone else.
I think V's rubbing off on you.
When I see those two, Reed, Alex.
Yes.
Went through something similar myself.
Here we go. Everything's about alt, isn't it? Ultimately, don't you think? Now, I'm not going to do the bottom one yet, obviously. I don't know if I can do all of these or whether I can just choose one. Sometimes yellows are like that. Sometimes they let you have more than one. And other times it's, pick any one and that's it. All done. Empathy from you, that's going to get a response. Share a bond, those two. True friends. I think it's more than that. Only thing they still have in common is their employer. What could you possibly know about them? You see, again, that's confrontational. That's me saying to Johnny, you can't evolve. You can't have become a better, more empathic person. You're just faking it. You're just pretending that you feel what they feel because, you know, you like to think that you had the same thing with Alt. I think there might be an element of that, you know. I think when Johnny sees people who are clearly together and relying on each other, it makes him assume that. It's almost an osmosis process. He gathers some of that to himself. It's that imperfect memory of his again. In his mind, everything with Alt was roses, even though we've seen that it wasn't. In his mind, it was perfect. Yeah, they fought, they argued, but it was way better than anything anybody else could have. I don't know. I will go with they share a bond, those two, true friends. And see what he says to that.
Got a bond, two of them. Took maybe 4 minutes and they buried the hatchet.
What do you make of that, Johnny?
See it clear as day. Any shred of friendship they've got left will fizzle out. Not right now, but soon. Could have spilled the truth years ago, stayed chums. But no, stubborn old Reed had his orders.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, isn't it? He did have orders. And I think, even though Alex doesn't like it, she can see the logic in that. That was Reed. That's who Reed was. I couldn't decide if I was standing up or sitting down there. Johnny seems to be immeasurably taller than me, just at the place where I'm standing at the moment. Let me try and go over this side. That's better. Now I'm a bit taller than him, if anything. So I will say friendship and duty is not mutually exclusive. You're just saying that because you never had friends. Again, that's a bit harsh. They're soldiers, stick together no matter what. They kind of are and aren't. Calling them soldiers is to underestimate the intelligence side of this. And I don't mean that in any sort of negative way towards soldiers, obviously. What I'm saying is it's separating the military side of this away from the intelligence aspect of it. I don't think FIA agents see themselves as soldiers. I think they see themselves as agents in the intelligence sphere. They're fighting for a common cause. We're getting nowhere here. I would say it's not mutually exclusive.
Not mutually exclusive. Friendship and duty.
Look at that look.
Matter of fact, they are. Had good reasons to fly the army coup. Think, how many times you willing to get burned before you stop trusting someone?
That is a valid question. You may well be right there. If I go with the top one, though, it presses him to say more, to expound upon what it is that he's trying to say. So I'm going to go with that one. I'm not going to do the bottom one, obviously. I'm not leaving this place while there's a chance to talk.
There a point to all this?
Replace someone with country or corp. How many times you gotta take a bullet for these motherfuckers in the name of empty promises? Chew on that when you look at those two.
Ooh, look at that for a stare he gave up towards that balcony before he departed. He's gone. I mean, I take his point, but you know, this business about how many times I can do this before I realise that I'm being played. Again, it's Johnny's experience being projected upon present situations, isn't it? He's saying because things went bad for him, it will go bad for me. And that's not necessarily the case. I understand why he's doing it in one respect, but in another respect he could be completely wrong about this. He really does not know these two people. I also think V has more of a potential to be an intelligence agent than he realises. And that's something that's only just occurred to me. Up until this point, it's like an untapped resource within him, this ability to rise to the challenge of operating on their level and being able to sort of not get caught up too much in the personal politics of it, which clearly there is here. I like that very much. I am going to stop and have an orange break, and I'll be back to you in a second. Right, I'm back. It's very early morning, 3:47 a.m. I was glad for that break, actually. It's nice the way that the narrative, the storyline structure in this quest line, the main quest line, has these natural pause points where you can do this. You can have a drink, you can take a comfort break, you can just get out of your chair and stretch your legs. And I think, you know, when you're at home playing on the settee, watching it on the big TV, this happens to you naturally, doesn't it? It does to me, that after I've played for half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, I'll stop and think, oof, need a break. Put the controller down, get up, go into the kitchen, get a snack, refresh my drink, come back, carry on. It's exactly the same when you're making a video. In fact, in a sense, it's more so because I'm trapped here. I can't move very much because of the camera in front of me. I've got to stay within frame, and also, you know, it's intense in terms of your voice usage, obviously. So I'm very grateful that the devs have built in these natural pause points in the storyline. They are there for a reason, and I think, you know, we grab them with both hands, don't we? Okay, I am going to look on the map. It says meet with Reed near Slider's hideout. Where is Slider's hideout? It's backwards on myself. It's a distance away in a very large building. Very large building. And also I'm thinking that it took me a while to walk from my house, my apartment, not a house, at Crest Street just to get here. And this is something like 4 or 5 times that distance. So I think I will probably use transport to get me there. Also, since it mentioned journal, aha, we now have a new mention of an entry for Wilkie Slider Laguerre. A brilliant voodoo boy netrunner who was once the right hand of Maman Brigitte before they clashed over ideals. Brigitte dreamed of piercing the Black Wall, which led to constant skirmishes with Netwatch, while Slider preferred to stay away from grand schemes to focus on what he did best, carrying out corporate heists and assassinations via cyberspace. Unfortunately for him, one such heist caught the attention of FIA agents who irreversibly deprived him of his sight, and then, through blackmail and intimidation, made him their informant. In an attempt to break free from the agency's chains, he fled Pacifica and joined his brothers in Dogtown, where he took control of an illegal software operation. As it turned out, the FIA's reach extended there as well. So there he is. When we get to see him, we'll know him. Slider Laguerre. Tried to get away from the FIA. Didn't make it. Right, so, I mean, day is dawning here now. It's 3:47 a.m. It's a very early sunrise, if that's the case.
He's stupid happy about that.
What about you, though?
I am over the moon. You'll finally start bringing Eddies home.
What? You, lost your way? Once he pays everyone back, maybe.
Attention all Dogtown residents. This is Kurt Hansen. Scavenger representatives will be arriving Tuesday on business.
That guy mentioned Taylor. Can't be the same Taylor, can it? Was thinking of joining Barcast. My mouth dropped open there, I'm so sorry. I heard the name and thought, aren't you dead? In the words of Star Trek. These incidental conversations, I haven't heard that one before. Whoa. Okay.
Generators, filters, injection
kids.
pumps, all original.
How?
Hey, why you not come play with us anymore?
I have a job now. Can't you tell?
Oh, that's tough.
Rotors, crankshafts, cylinders, cheap, quality guaranteed.
I just wonder how old those kids are that they're doing that. This is Dogtown, isn't it? It's almost like Victorian times where the children, as soon as they're old enough to actually... New contact added. Aaron. Interesting. Alright. Aaron? Let me read what's happened. Took a dive, V. Through the fight, but somehow I'm still in their pocket. Knew it's going to be like this. Oh, now then. He's starting to exert himself. He's flexing his muscles, which are considerable. I can say, still took a giant step forward, Aaron. All you got to do now is take another one. Or I can say, you'll get out soon enough. Just got to find the right moment to do that. Yeah, you see, the chip was only deactivated, wasn't it? It wasn't removed. So there's always the possibility of its reactivation, and he'll find himself even more under the thumb of Angie and her cohort. Yes, they were scared off, this came up in the comments, by the fact that V was able to... His reputation preceded him. Angie knew that he was the one who defeated Sasquatch, who was an animal leader, remember. And that bought him some leeway with her. It's the first time that V has actually used intimidation of that sort. And it's worked. Now, whether it was bluff or not doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter was, it did get him out of that situation. But Aaron, he's still just not out of it, is he? He's still, for all that he's tried there, for all we helped him, is he any better off, really? I'm going to go with the bottom one. You'll get out soon enough. You've just got to find the right moment to do it. Aaron is typing. I knew he would. Tried to coach some kids, and turns out I'm actually pretty good at it. And there's preem young talent here in Dogtown. Okay. Well, maybe this could be something you could do then. Nova got a lot to teach them. Not only talking hooks and jabs too, you know. Yes. You could teach them about the fickle nature of the business that they might find themselves in if they're any good at this. I'm not going to go with the bottom one. We'll see them on fighting posters one day for sure. I'm going with the top one. Pass on that knowledge of yours, Aaron. Rather than a boxer making another boxer. You know, you get this, don't you? Managers like to make another manager. They like to think that's what they've done. You know, they've passed on the torch sort of thing. Rather than doing that, I think this is different. I think this is him being in a position to give them his sage advice. Don't do what I did. You know, learn from my errors. And sometimes that doesn't go down well when an older person passes it to a younger person. This knowledge, you know, the younger person can say, yeah, but hang on, I haven't had the chance to make my own mistakes yet. And you're telling me how to avoid these things that haven't even happened. But I think he's in a better position to do this. I do think they'd listen. Excellent. Right, let's carry on walking. Job complete. No easy way out. Good, I should hope so, because I'm miles away from where we actually were. And Aaron's text has finished it off. That was ages ago, wasn't it? Uh-oh. Everybody hear that? Coach Fred, not now. Oh, car, not now. I'm going to this drop. I'll be back. That came up in the comments too. Someone was saying, don't neglect the driving jobs that Cap gives you. I'm not going to neglect them. I'm aware of the fact that if I don't take them up, they do respawn. That's the thing, which is encouraging me at the moment. Oh, now this is one. This is a place that's been used before. But, oh, hang on, I'm not part of this. But this time, apparently, I've walked into a war. Barghest sergeants are... who are you shooting at? I've got to find out who it is that's on the other team. Who's on Team B? There seem to be an awful lot of Barghest sergeants. Who? I'm just trying to get identities of anybody who's not Barghest. You're Barghest, and you're Barghest, and Voodoo Boys. The Voodoo Boys want this drop as well. Okay, now, on that basis, if I just hide behind the wall here so that I don't pick my target too, the sensible approach here, surely, is to just keep it out of their way until they've killed each other. Let them wipe each other out, and then I will step in and mop up whoever's left. I have to say, some of your shooting is terrible. There are traces going everywhere here. There are civilians, well, there used to be civilians around here, they've all clobbered it, they've cleared away. Some of them have caught it and others of them have just departed, but they still can. That's some heavy gunfire down there. Somebody down there's got one of those really big guns that are difficult to pick up and carry.
Let's do this!
Yeah, I'm guessing that guy's a leader of men. What? Blue Moon. Oh, go on, I'll read your message. I might as well. Thanks again. Seriously, you have no idea how good it feels to leave the house and not to have to look over your shoulder every 2 seconds. You're amazing. She didn't need to pay me. She did not need to pay me. Glad to hear that. It's truthful. Just doing my thing. Builds V's part up a little bit in the Merkman sense, doesn't it? What would Batman say? I don't know. Batman, Merkman, Berkman. I've just invented a new superhero. I don't think anyone wants to be Berkman. I'm going to say he was just doing his thing. It's a bit, you know, but I'm forever in your debt. Don't overdo this. You're not. If you ever find yourself in Tokyo, hit me up. I'll show you the most Nova clubs. And hang on. I'd have to bring Panam with me. Thanks for the offer. Maybe someday. Tokyo, chances seem pretty slim. How about we just grab some dinner? Can we do that as friends? I don't know how this works in the modern world. How does this work in the modern world? Anybody? Please? You see, I don't think there's anything wrong with V. He would tell Panam what he was doing. And she knows about us cracks anyway. Yeah, I mean, maybe they could just is the important word, grab some dinner. Blue Moon says, no, I'd love to, but we're back on tour tomorrow, packing right now. I didn't mean now. I didn't mean this minute. Ha, PF and RM would burst into jealous flames. Oh, now come on. These responses are getting a little bit far from where I am. They can tag along, yes. And then it turns into a business meeting of friends as well. Come on. Bloomin' is typing. What you're suggesting, V? You're trying to be a bad influence on me. Listen, it's been nice chatting, but I really got to go. Take care, V. And I'll say, look out for yourself. See ya. Excellent. Right. Okay, I might as well read this now. The Aaron case from Coach Fred. Thanks for the help, V. Haven't seen Aaron this calm in ages. Boy's got a knack for teaching. That's for sure. I said that. Kids love him too. He'll make a great coach one day as long as he doesn't give up. As long as he doesn't give up. But he doesn't need to box and coach. Surely he could just coach, could he not? And then he would be out of the sort of reach of Angie and company. Ronald's still waiting for me. Right, yeah. So, whilst that was going on, I was about to say it's all gone quiet down there, but it hasn't at all. I was headed this way. I mean, I could intervene somewhat. There's a lot of bodies. I'm seeing some of the victors. There's no shooting going on, so I'm guessing that the balance has resolved and the winner was Barghest. Okay. Right, the winner was Barghest. So, good people, run away. You don't want to be here. It's going to get messy. There's another loot drop for you to have. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. If there's a group of them together, this might be an opportunity for me to test my weapon. He's going to be able to see me from there. He's got himself a vantage point. He's not a sniper. He's a guy with a big gun. But I still don't want him looking down on me from on high. I wonder if I could reduce his cohort somewhat in order that he would feel isolated and be grateful. I don't think this is an opportunity to try my new weapon. I don't think it is. I think it's more of a sniper chance. So I'm going to snipe. These guys are not too far away from each other. That one's a little further away now. I've got to watch this. They must have arrived in numbers. I don't know how many Barghest troops were lost in this skirmish, but they've still got plenty left. Ooh, he's at a distance. There we go. I do like my sniper rifle too. Matter of time now. Yes, it is a matter of time now. Don't go hiding in any I know how this works. I think I might go back over onto the bridge again. I'm calling it a bridge because it looks like a bridge. The van isn't there anymore. I've got nowhere to hide. But I might be able to get a vantage point from which to see you, Mr. Ordinary Guy, who is not with us anymore. Alright. So the opposition is dwindling. Significantly dwindled. Maybe not the sniper rifle now. Aha. Who are you? Maybe the sniper rifle now. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. When I use the smart weapon with the mod attached in combination with quick axe, I want it to be the kind of situation which isn't like this. This is too jumbled in terms of architecture and things left lying around. There are too many obstacles, there are too many sight lines that are obscured, and the enemies split over too big an area. I want them more cohesive for me to test that out. There's no rush to test it. I've got it now, it's not going anywhere. I think I might squat down here. Hi. Die. Okay. Sniper rifle reloaded, plan B selected. I believe we may be in a position to begin looting. Let's loot. Rather like the car jobs, because I was talking about that, I am going to do those. It did come up in the comments, people saying Cap's jobs are valuable, they are varied, which I kind of worked out anyway from what he was saying. All fixer gigs, and I count these as sort of fixer gigs. I know it's a car job, he's not really a fixer in that sense of the thing, but he is a person who's giving me gigs, so I know that they're going to be varied. I can tell that. The game does this. It doesn't repeat itself. Right, so you... I mean, I could just try the bear weapon out, couldn't I, without quick axe, just to see what it did. Is that risky? So this is where I've learned that it has a 30 capacity magazine, or whatever you call it.
Hey. Where you at?
Although it's very tempting to sneak up behind him as well. But let's try the gun out. He has got a very large gun in his hand. Right, I'm locked on. I am plugging him. He took a bit of cover there, but it didn't help him because I was locked on, so the bullets found him. Did you see that weapon that just flew up in the air then and landed on the top of that crate? What was that all about? That was... I think it's more poltergeist activity. There are so many bodies here for me to loot. Yeah, the car driving jobs, I think they're going to cause me some problems. The thing is that, again in the comments, and obviously I know this because it happened to me last time, there's a time constraint. Who is that? Is it? It's just an ordinary member of the public, I think, being concerned because they've seen me walking around with a gun out. I'll put it away. There is a time constraint on the car jobs. I don't know whether it's possible to out fail them. One person did pick up on the last one I did and said, you know, you stopped to talk to NPCs and listen to their conversations or whatever in the middle of that car job, and there was an imperative to it that you should have been aware of. I don't mind, I'll be honest. It becomes a trade-off between which is the most attractive thing to do. And I cannot resist NPCs. I can't begin resisting them now. It's just not me. I love them. I think they are an integral part of the game. They are what role-playing is about for me. It's about imbuing them with life, giving them personality, making them interactable, making them the sort of encounter that you can't get enough of. It's always different. Because very often when you meet an NPC and you're in the middle of an activity, their response takes on a flavour of the activity that you're doing at that particular time. So it becomes part of a conversation that you're having with them, which is in keeping. It's not incongruous in any sense. It actually fits together. It belongs. Right, now 2 things. One is, I'm going over there in a minute. The other thing is, I want to see if he really did throw a weapon up here. Well, he may have done, but I don't know where it went after he did it. I don't think it went all the way out on this one, did it? No, it didn't. No weapon up there. Pretty sure it was that one as well. All right. I've missed a couple of bits that I can grab by scanning. The broken warden. There were some explodables here which I could have taken advantage of, you're quite correct. But, you know, you don't have to use every tactic in every situation. And indeed I didn't. Hello? What's this over here? Oh, new job. Uh-oh. I think I've just walked into something here. I might want to walk out of it. Who's this? Messages, Bill Mitchell. V, sorry I didn't get into it sooner, but I needed time to process everything that happened in Dodger's den. Ah, how about you drop by the Glen to say hi? Laid down my badge to open a business of my own. You didn't. Bill has left the employ of the feds. I am strapped for time right now. That is definitely the case. But I will come eventually. So is that. Preem, I can ask what kind of is. Bill's typing. You'll see for yourself. Be sure to come with an empty stomach. You'll want a second helping for sure. He's opened an ice cream parlour. Okay. Well, that if it's going to happen, is going to happen in the future. It's not happening now. Yeah, I'm going to leave these people to their situation because they don't need me encroaching upon it. Meantime, I'm going to go to the crate. I was just scanning these things to see if they'd missed anything of particular value here, but I don't believe I have. Let's do the crate and see what's in this one. Jack in! I've got to solve the access code first. They're usually not too complex, these access codes, so what do I need? A 1C, a 55, a 1C and a BD. I can do that here. Let's go. 1C, 55, 1C and a BD, and we're in. And we're going to get... Ooh. So we have Adreno trigger. Ooh. Oh, its reflexes are tuned. Okay, but it gives you a boost of plus 30% movement speed. I will take that one. I have a Gaki Tech Sniper Scope. Ooh. I need to read these descriptions more often. M76E Omaha Tech Pistol. I have a VST-37 Poser Power Shotgun, Tier 5++, just when Tier 5 isn't enough. Huzzah! Carrying capacity permanently increases by 2. Another skill shard for Netrunner. And some Tier 3 components. It's always a mixed bag, and it's always worth having. I love the idea of that. This is one of those things I was talking about. You know, the devs must have loved it when they thought, we're going to get to introduce this mechanic and people they'll love it. They'll think it's tremendous. And it is. It really is great. It's the idea of them being continuous too, that, you know, you never run out. It's a replenishment mechanic, I guess. But there's kind of this unknown quantity to it. You don't know what you're going to get each time one lands. That keeps them fresh. Plus, like that one there, the fighting situation, the forces involved competing this time for it, that was terrific. The idea that they both wanted it and I was able to stand back and just mop up who was left, that's got to be useful. Now, I said I was going to find a vehicle, didn't I? But on the other hand, it's only 450 metres away now. So I think, do you know what? I might as well walk. Let's walk. Oh yeah.
Talking to biz of your life.
Oh yeah.
Already regret it.
Ooh. When people get knives out like that, it does make me nervous. Business opportunities. Ooh, what do we have here? Is this another opportunity for me to test out my grenade? It might be... Oh, now then.
You fucking crazy or what?
No, I just wasn't looking where I'm going. I'm terribly sorry. That was a bit silly of me, wasn't it? Do you know what I'm thinking here? I'm thinking that in my inventory, in the grenade situation, I could try out one of these, an EMP grenade. Look at me getting all experimental. Because mechs, robots and turrets, netrunners, drones, it does damage and deals damage, bonus damage. Doesn't say it destroys them though, does it? I don't know. Do you know what? I think I'm going to save that for next time. I think I'm going to save the EMP for next time when I do a grenade swap. Or maybe even the time after that. Because it's got so many effects, that one. I just think it would be really good to use it in situations where there was a lot of robots or a lot of mechs around, rather than just singling out one. Although, you know, for a test case, one might be good. No. I'm going to stick with the biohazard grenade. I've not used it that much. Those guys are a bit too far apart now. I don't know. Yes, I know. I've heard you complain about this before, I think. Yes. Let's make us all honorary citizens of Dogtown, whether we want to be one or not. So if I don't do that, what could I do? I could use some quick hacks here. I could drop a couple of short circuits on, which probably will be enough to kill this thing off, even though it's got a skull over its head. It is weak to electrical damage. It's resistant to fire and other stuff, but electrical, no. And then while that's struggling, I could pick off the other two guys with, I don't know what. I'm going to make it up as I go along. Let's give it another short circuit. It can have two. Yeah, that's going to do the job. Mostly. But not quite. Fortunately, I have sufficient RAM to give it a third. It exploded. Oh no. I foolishly didn't accommodate the thought that there might be other troops on the other side of the road. What kind of recon was that? Are you trying to get yourself killed? Because you made a good job of it. Okay, it's your turn to do this. Lock on and take them out. Let's do that again. Lock on, take them out. Oh yeah, I like this. It is the magazine that's the problem. It's going to eat through bullets at 30 a time. Ouch, that hurt. Right, now should be okay now. Unless they've snuck up behind me. A bag of concrete nearly fell on my head then. I don't need that. The actual people I was fighting are still further down the road. They're over here. So maybe... could I get them close enough together? It doesn't say we're in combat now. Could I get them close enough together? I haven't even pinged because I think I can see all that there is to see in this little bit of the location here. She's not concerned. You should be concerned. She's put her hands up. Can I just say that sitting on top of those pipes with your hands up, not the best cover. Were you off school the day they did that? Maybe you were. Now they're getting closer together. Let's try a grenade. If I can get it to stay in there, that is. If it doesn't bounce. Boom. And are we having effects? To a degree we were. You just crept up on me. That's not polite. This isn't a game. This is life and your death. Reload. I'm going to have to pick some ammunition up at this rate. Am I not? Thank you, thank you. Thank you too. I wonder if the mech dropped anything when it went boom. Oh, it did. Good-o. Thanks, mech. What did you drop? I can't pick it up. I can't get close enough to pick it up. I can. Whoa, that was awkward. Ouch! What did I just stand in? Barbed wire again. Ronald, please. I promise I'll get round to reading your texts. But I've already paused to read 2 other people's texts during the course of this, and I've not reached my destination as yet. So just be calm, Ronald. The mech is now protruding through the sandbags. A neat trick. Mother mech taught it. Mother mech or mummy mech? Mech mummy. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I've got some looting to do across the road. Good point. Thanks everybody for shouting into the monitors and TVs at that point. One person in the comment said that instead of shouting OV when I do something stupid, they've started shouting OC for Clivical. Or Clive, I don't mind which. But yeah, I understand. I can hear a mech stomping. It's over there. There's my stomping mech. I'm not going to take on every group of Barghests that I meet. That was just an exception there. I've got to go this way, 325 ms. It's up there. There. That's the building. That's the one that was meant to be like a coin, isn't it? Am I thinking of the same one that we saw in the display? It looks very similar to it. It's always different when you see it in, I dare say, real life than, you know, when you see it on a drawing board or in a model. It's telling me to go this way? Really? How do I do that? Surely you don't mean that. You mean stay here, don't you, along this path? Of course you do. Hi, everybody. They look like they're up to no good. Are you up to no good? You're planning a heist, aren't you?
One must be careful.
You certainly must. It's not just walls that have ears.
Could always be worse.
It could. You could be caught mid-heist. What would happen then?
Allah be with you.
You would certainly need someone with you.
Huh.
You would. He should not.
Where are you walking?
Look, everyone's very antsy this morning about me on pavements. I'm doing what Barghests told me to. Stay on the pavement, they said. You go on the road if you like. Ooh, don't tell him I said that. Hi. Ooh, what happened here? Who are these people? Dogtown resident with no affiliation, Victor Chernskov. I can't say that. I'm useless with names like that. And Timofey Nestorov. That one I can manage. The previous one, I think it's just the combination of the vowels and consonants. Chernisov, is that right? Someone will tell me I've got that wrong. But they're being, well, I don't know what the word is. Bothered by Barghest. Bothered by Barghest. A new series coming on N54 soon. I am going to take control of this vehicle in a vain attempt to rescue these people. Oh, don't run them over. Come on, everybody. You know you want to. Come on. Yes. Run away, people. People, run away. I don't want to blow it up. I'm just trying to buy them time. Have they gone? Don't sit there. You could be getting away. Oh, gold. All right then, blow it up. Oh no, she's moved away. 2 casualties. Oh, not as many as I thought. It's shooty time. Here we go. Yeah. And where do you think you're going? You're a loose end, as Reed would see it. He taught me that. Leave no loose ends. Huh, your end's not loose now, is it? No. Nice. I'm kind of liking this weapon. Also, that's not the same car that I was attracted to a moment ago, is it? That's another one, I think. Uh-oh, what's that turning up? Oh, it's a street cleaner. Ah, hang on. Something just occurred. Pick that up. Enemies have been alerted because of the body that's been identified. You think? Yeah, there's multiple signals here, but I need to go up there. Right, now I don't want any trouble here, because I've had trouble already. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Someone's now taking exception to me who was not taking exception before. Okay, it's the guy on the corner. I'll try crossing over. Look before you leap, eh, Clive? Oh, give me my life back, it says over there. First they've got to take it away. And also crab, cocktail, shrimp buffet every day, apparently. No, mech. No. I am no threat. I'm no threat! Goodness. How? Oh no. Not again. Please. Where? Where is it? Right, oh, it's behind me. Okay, this is the opposite way in which I'm meant to be travelling, but I don't really care at this point. Because... Drop. And there's no one there. Can I be the first one here? Jump, jump, jump. I don't think I'm the first one here. I don't think I'm the first one here. It's a hostile area. I'm not the first one here. Oh, but it's another fight underway. And I've got no popcorn. Darn it. I've got my orange. This is great. I'm not having to do anything. They're taking each other out. I could go and hide behind this. Get down, get down, get down. I should have stayed where I was. Who is it? Who is it this time fighting, please? I don't even want to sort of stick my head round the corner. Voodoo Boys are having a nice time fighting against Boghest again. I suppose I should have a weapon ready, really. That one's loaded up. Good. How's my sniper rifle? That's loaded up. How's my plan B? That's loaded up. As grenades are exchanged. Backwards and forwards. What should we talk about while we're waiting? Oh yeah, here's a biggie for you. I've decided the next game that I'm going to do on the channel. I'm not going to say what it is, because obviously I'm very, as you can tell, aware that there's lots of Phantom Liberty still to get through first. But I have decided what I'm going to be doing next. And on the basis of that, I've actually started some prep in the background. We're down to one enemy combatant showing up on my minimap at least. That doesn't mean... Oh, it's a voodoo boy girl. Voodoo girl? Can you have voodoo boy girls? I don't know. Anyway, that's who she is. Was, rather, because she's about to leave the game. There we go. Yeah, the decision's been made. I've been thinking for a little while about which game to play and what to do next. Obviously, I have a massive affinity for Cyberpunk, as you know. That's not going to diminish. But also, I've been looking around at just the sort of schedule and the timings of things and how I'm using the time to make content. So it's all in the process of being sorted out. In the background at the moment, I'm doing quite a bit of preparation for stuff. Just snatching an odd hour, half hour here or hour there when it presents itself. Let's pick up all of this stuff. Again, you know, it's a great way of getting free weapons, this, because you don't even have to fight to get them. Just wait until they've done it and then come and pick it all up. Did I spot anything else down here of any imports? No, I don't think so. We do know this area. Shard! Ah, I'll be back for you. You stay there. Shards don't expire, fortunately. If they made shards time limited, I don't know what I'd do. I don't know what I would do. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that about the future. I've had so many suggestions of games that I could play next on the channel. I'm endlessly grateful for those. And people have been suggesting games for many months, actually. And each time they suggest it, they say, I don't know whether you're still, you know, open to receiving suggestions and thinking about these things. And of course I am. I just love it when people share their love for a game, their feeling about how great it would be to see it in a playthrough and whatever. That's sensational when people do that. So you must never apologise for it. I am going to read the readable first. You know I am. I wonder if it's contextual, whether it's going to tell me why we are here. Archive conversation, Roy Bush and Kelsey Austin. Roy: okay, but there's one thing I don't get. Kelsey: sure. Roy: we paying the voodoos for net security? Kelsey: we are. Roy: we're paying for drone maintenance? Kelsey: maintenance. Roy: yeah, maintenance. Kelsey smiles. Roy: come on, what the? Kelsey: The suspense is killing me. Roy sends a question mark. Kelsey, maintenance, you gonk, not maintenance. Roy, yeah, okay, whatever. The voodoos are clapping us blind and we're still paying them. Kelsey, those are different voodoo tunes. Roy, you saying we got a voodoo schism? Kelsey, Chum, you can't even spell maintenance. Do you even know what a schism is? But yeah, it's a Haitian schism all right. Infighting. Looks like not everyone's chill with Slider on top. Roy, Slider needs to get him in line. Kelsey, he's working on it, but you can see yourself how it's going for him. They can't all be Hanson. Ooh, infighting amongst the voodoos. Not everyone's chill with Slider on top. Nice. And now, my reward. That flare would run forever, wouldn't it? I wonder if there is a time limit on these things and they disappear after a while. Someone will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. I have a little puzzle to do. What do we need this time? We need a 7A, an FF, a 1C and an... hang on, let me do this differently. 7... I'm just gonna look at this. I'll be back in a second. Do you know, it took me a moment there to actually find the place where I could do this. Let's go. So I'm going to waste one to start with. 7A, FF, 1C. They were all down at the bottom. E9. There we are. We've done it. We're installed. And our rewards, as the crate springs open, we have a Leica, which is a tech revolver on tier 5+, anti-corrosive mask, which has a 0.15 weapon zoom. That's not a lot. Outer torso 25 armour. I've already got 25 armour on my outer torso. Another 2 carrying capacity. They are the best thing. They are the best thing because it worries me, carrying capacity. Grey softshell Novaware pants. Some encrypted data. Handgun ammo 174. That I will have. Encrypted data. Ooh, flight log. Oh, have I got to crack this as well? Alright, let's see if this one's easier. I think this one is. Right, so I need a what? A 55, a 1C. I need a BD, followed by... Oh, I'm going to have to do this one differently as well. Alright, give me a moment, I'll have a look at it. Right, I'm back. It didn't take that long. Sometimes it does, you know. Sometimes it does. Waste one. So we go 55, 1C, BD at the top and 55 across there, and we can now read the flight log. Flight log, and it has a designation: flight start, entering area dare Q, scanning, detected Barghest forces, scanning, detected AV approaching Dogtown airspace, tracking start, airdrop detected, transferring data. That's the drone's flight log. Wow. A thing. We did a thing. Excellent. Thanks everybody. It was terrific. Funny to think people used to have parties up here. And now, and I've missed something over there, I've just realised. And now it's a scene of utter destruction. Yes, quite. Where's my way down here? I'll take this way down. It doesn't really matter that that's a bit of a drop. I do have my scaffolding. I'll just slide down there and jump off the edge. Right, let's continue our journey to meet. It's 7:23 AM. The day is dawning. Keep away from bad people. I wish I knew what was going on. What was that? What just happened then? Did that vehicle just explode? Did it? I don't know. I know that trouble finds me in this place constantly. It really does. Right, next thing while we're walking that came up in the conversations in the feedback and comments from last week. I can see you. I know people wonder that they're invisible in this place. You're not. Yeah, bodies everywhere, people patrolling. Another thing that came up was the discussion I started about the graphics card, and in particular what I was going to get to replace the To cope with the fact I haven't got a graphics card at the moment, I've spoken to that guy before, I've watched his conversation, he doesn't get anywhere with that woman. What it boiled down to was this. In the last episode I said that I was kind of headed towards looking at getting a 5060 card, 8GB for the present computer I'm using, to assist me with things like the video rendering and video editing and other things which were taking an inordinate amount of time. Each alteration takes an hour or more to process. So also longer term aim was to allow me to play PC games on this computer and maybe record the gameplay as well, because that opens up a whole new group of games to get access to. I'm just going backwards here. I've just noticed I'm on the wrong staircase while I'm talking to you. I can climb and do this at the same time. You are defacing that. That's a helpful sign telling people where they are. Honestly. I mean, if you're going to deface signs, deface ones that we'd all agree with being defaced in the game, not that one. Yeah, so the current thinking at that point when I spoke to you was the 5060 card, 8GB. But having spoken to a number of people, and I'm not talking necessarily about in the comments or feedback, obviously I did respond there to those. I'd also been looking too at the TI version of that card, which is 16GB, and also the 5070 card, which is 12GB, but a more powerful card, essentially. And the thing is, all of the points people make about these things make you realise that it comes down to personal opinion and user case. We don't have to agree. Thankfully, in life, there are many situations where we can have different opinions on these things. All of those cards have merit and situations where they would be beneficial. All of them have strengths, and in comparison with other cards, some of them have weaknesses too. So what I decided to go with was a 5070, because that's the one that for me balances out longevity in terms of me getting more out of it, and 12 gigs of GDDR. The 16 gig card, the 5060, is not a stronger card, so you could argue from that point of view that is something of a drawback. The 5060 non-TI version only had the 8 gigs of memory, which the more I looked into it in the intervening time between last episode and just before this one actually, because I only decided today to do the purchasing side of it, the more I looked into it, the more it just seemed to be a false economy. So that's what I'm going to do. And the other thing I'm going to do is to build myself a second PC, because one of the reasons I wanted to put hardware on my list of things to do this year, it's been on my list for about 3 years, but this year it's got to happen, is I'm now more and more concerned that if something happens fundamentally to this PC next to me, I'm stuffed. We use it for so many things. Our laptop doesn't work anymore. The old PC, which I've been relying on, an old i5, is very old and crumbling, really. It's a very ultra small form factor thing, ultra slim form factor. It can't be improved or changed in any other way. So I'm going to begin by buying a case, and the case I've actually settled on is an RGB case. It's not an RGB case. I'm sorry, I'm just contradicting myself. It's a non-RGB case. I did look at RGB ones, but I'm not a huge fan, amazingly, given I've got all these lights behind me, of RGB. In computers cases themselves, I don't have fans with RGB, I don't have memory with RGB or anything like that. So yeah, I'm starting off by actually just buying the case, and then over the course of the next, goodness knows how long, it might take me a year to do it, I'll get all the bits together I need to make the backup PC, but that will be my fallback in case anything ever happens to this one. That's done. That was on my list of things to talk about today. So we talked about it. But I am again endlessly grateful for the contributions people made to that discussion about which cards they would particularly recommend and all that. I looked extensively into this. It's another one of those things when my wife says, you're doing an awful lot of research. I've mentioned this before. I have got to get up there, apparently. So I shall do so by using the staircase, because that's what it's been provided for. And I'll meet Reed near Slider's hideout. We're nearly there. And I've just spotted an icon, and it's beneath me. Is it under here? Oh! Oh, the beeping was quite quiet because of where it was. I nearly missed you. Hello? Hello, operational data. Let's have it. He knows how to do this now. He's practiced. There we go, Militech software. Come to me. Great stuff. I got myself a relic point. I won't open the skill tree now because that's a job for the start of another episode. I like to do my improvements at the start of an episode, not mid-episode, if I can avoid it. Not again. Where now? Alright. I see you. I see you. Now I bet I'm not going to get there fast enough because somebody will have been anticipating this drop. Can I get there first? Oh no, I'm not there first. I thought I was. Another readable. I'm in a bush. That's helpful because I just leapt off there. Did you see that? I just leapt without due thought about why I was doing it. I can't see all of these people. This is the issue because I'm in a bush. You're in a bush, Clive. Yes, I know I'm in a bush. Thank you. Okay, now I will do a ping. Come on, let's make use of a ping this episode. Before anybody tells me off for not pinging. And I'm going to tag them as well. I have 4. One of them looks to be considerably lower down than these 3. Oh, that's because they're going down steps. That makes life somewhat easier for me in the sense that I could drop a grenade there, which will deal with you two. Or it should do. Come on, grenade, do your thing. Gone. Ouch! There was another one. Yeah, I didn't have everybody tagged. And now I'm stuck in a bush. Let me get out of the bush. That's better. At least I can see my enemies now. This could just be an out-and-out fight here. I am actually getting shot at. Because there was a lack of preparation on my part. And that guy's got a vantage point up there. I'm also concerned about the one down here. Who's running around and looking at me. Oh, come on. You're being incautious here. You can go away and stop doing that. You should have stayed where you were. You were safer where you were, actually, my friend. Yeah, I wouldn't do that if I were you. No, I am not dead yet, he says. I'm still not dead. I'm taking you a piece at a time. There we go. All right, there's still someone around here. Up here. Ah, you shouldn't have stopped to reload. That's a mistake I used to make in the olden days. When I was a newbie here, I used to stop to reload mid-fight and regret it. I mean, I'll take this because, you know, it's another drop. I am not going to do another drop today. I just want to say that 3 in one episode is plenty. Really, 3's more than I would have wanted to do. It was simply the fact that it was right next to where I was. The game does seem to make the drops highly available. It wants you to do them. And obviously shard as well. I'll take the gun for now. No, just give me the gun, please. Thank you. I'll be back for the shard. I'm looting bodies at the moment. Let's take that one. And I'll have that one. I think that might be it. Do you have anything for me? A few $, some tier 1 components. Everyone seems to have now stopped showing me who they are, so I've got a shard I can read over here. I'm never so happy as when I can read a shard. Oh, that name. I'm never going to get this right. It looks like Vishislav. Is that right? Archive Conversation Vishislav. I'm going to call him Vish. Komarov and Dina Romanova. So Vish. Well, Dina. On its way. Should arrive any minute now. Vish. Alright, see it. Barguest definitely gave their okay, right? I don't feel like a firefight with them right now. Dina. We bought the gear off them. It's all been arranged. Grab the gear and go get Katya. I tell you what then, I'll grab the gear, but I won't go get Katya. It's open already? That was kind of them. I have Kiroshi Clairvoyant Optics, Tier 5+. It highlights enemies within 18.5 meters The effect remains active for 60 seconds after scanning. 10 times optical zoom when scanning or aiming. It is cool attuned. 0.2% headshot and weak spot damage per attribute point. Current total 4%. 1.6 bonus ricochet damage, 1.6% decreased enemy vision. Take it. Carrying capacity shard by 2. Recon grenades. We know about those because we read about them. Skill shard. Headhunter. XP bonus. And a scratched heavy helmet with 12% enemy quick hack upload time plus benefit. Magical. Right. It's 8:34 AM. The day has started very well. Would you know, for a moment there I thought I saw something I hadn't seen before. What is that? Thermal scanners. Obsolete recon equipment. Obsolete. Well, thank you anyway. It's really kind of you. But yeah, just to finish off the bit I was talking about before that drop happened regarding the graphics card, I have been saving for a considerable amount of time for a graphics card for the PC, and finally I just made the decision that, you know, if I carried on, I would just literally carry on. And I didn't want, having saved for so long, to sell myself short by just buying something that I guess I might have regretted, might have thought, you know, was inadequate at some point. I am heartened by, there's some recent discussion, I don't know whether you've seen it in the tech press, about them discovering yet another new way of minimising the amount of VRAM needed in order to run features of games. I'm not well versed in it. I simply read the article and thought, okay, and I know there was some discussion, I think in a Reddit post that I saw about this too, but I feel relieved to have made the decision anyway. Right, meet with Reed near Slider's hideout. I should just check. That's a junkie, but not the sort of junkie who glows with a red outline when I signal them out. They're all like that. These are just ordinary junkies, I guess you'd call them. Non-belligerent, combative junkies. That has to be the entrance. I could, before Reed even arrives, do a little bit of exploration, I guess. Here is a container, for instance, which I can open with 20 tech ability, containing as it does a shard. I'll do that in a minute. And a dull scalpel. That's a very large crate for a dull scalpel. Can I just say, worker memo. Read. Removing, leaving the access code for the side entrance to facilitate getting the equipment out. Remember, you'll have to be done by tomorrow. Everything you leave behind will get trashed. The code is, I pick up my pen, 230598. I don't know if I'm going to need that code, but I've got it now, just in case I do. So does that mean it's going to be hard to get in here then? Is that what we're saying? I think it probably does. So what do we have here then in terms of getting in? We have an upper level, which I guess I could try to jump to. And fail. I could use the scar. Sorry, did I stand on your toes?
0, yon, 0, yon, 0, oui, silly.
Oh. Okay, that was mysterious. Yeah, there's scaffolding here, but it doesn't look like the sort of scaffolding that I can climb to the top. I detect no ladders. I have no yellow ladders showing up there. I do have the top of this container with some other boxes on it. That's obviously. Is it though? Or is it not? No, I don't know that it is. Am I meant to be able to jump over there? Well, I can. Who knew? Oh, now I'm into this. But I'm not. Oh, maybe I am. Okay, well that's good to know for when Reed turns up. That if required... If I go down there, will I be able to get back out? Oh. The door's locked. There are some resources. And I can get out. I found myself looking up there, willing myself to do it. Right, it's time to go and sit on a bench. I don't know why I've got my gun out. I'll wait for Reed.
You haven't been waiting long, I hope.
A while.
Guess you and Alex needed a while to catch up.
How'd you get on with it?
Yeah. All swell now, though. Let's go. Time's at a premium.
I don't know whether I can trust a word this man says. When he says it's all swell between them, does he mean that? Or is he glossing over differences? Looks like we're not going to need to go that way anyway, which is, well, just as well. Although, was that not another door over there? There's another door over there. I'll be with you in a second. What does this do? Oh, same thing. Hey, I can see you. I have... Ooh, I have a door with a code. What did I write down? 230 598. 598. Open the door. What? What just happened? I've got to press the button. Oh, okay. So I'm just saying that that's a possibility. I'm not going to leave Reed, but that's a possibility. We may need that as an escape route, I guess, if things go bad.
Lookouts. Go figure.
Yeah, I can see them.
I doubt they'll play nice and just let us in.
So do we go in this door? Oh, here we go. Got to be another way in. Let's look. We could just roll them over on the way in.
Easy peasy, I say. Crack some skulls and roll in.
I'd rather avoid a mess. But if that's the option you want...
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I was just shooting the breeze with you. See, he's putting the onus on me, isn't he? If this goes bad, I'm going to take the blame for this.
Hello?
This is what people do. Let's just chat him up. Got to be another way in. Let's look.
Gotta be another way in. Let's look around.
Follow me.
I spotted the shaft on our way in. We just need to find a vent, crawl through to the other side, and open the door. I'll hang back on lookout. Cover you if need be.
Oh. Well, I didn't spot that on the way in, but I probably should have. I might have been distracted by that door that I opened. Is he talking? Is this is another door here. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I have a camera, so I'll take control of that straight away and just step sideways while I do. Out of its beams. This person is grooving. Who are you, by the way? They're Voodoo Boys. That's who they are. Voodoo Boys and Girls. I've got an awful lot of surveillance cameras in here. An awful lot. They are all the other side of that bulkhead compartment, whatever it is. And now we're in a situation where we can start actually tagging them. Good heavens above. This place literally looks like a fortress. Access point there. I'm feeling a little bit concerned about numbers here. We've got a turret there, which I can deal with in due course. It's multi-level. There are numerous cameras. A lot of cameras. So we're going to get picked up unless we can turn the whole network off or do them one by one. Here we go again. Some of these people seem to have quite substantial weaponry as well. Oh, there's somebody talking to the girl guy. I couldn't tell which it was. Right back at the start. I'm going to go backwards on my cameras a little. I'm losing track of the number of people I've tagged here. There are so many of them. This is an absolute nest. Good Lord above. Have we got to take all these people on? Next camera, please. The red zone. Ah, Misty was right. These are mean reds if ever I saw them. We might be making progress on the tagging stakes. There was one guy talking to the one who'd got quite the hairdo. I can admire people's hairdos, of course, because I don't have any. So that's a thing. Let me just... I'm going to grab it again. Take camera control again, stand sideways. Now, they were talking to you, but I think they moved away, and I didn't see where they went. Darn it, that could be a stray. I might have a straggler here. No, there they are. Thank you. Right. I think now we've made progress, and we might be ready to cut loose. Now, there's going to be numerous... That was one on the balcony there too. That was one on the balcony, wasn't it? Reed has got comms with me. Going back to the camera because I think I missed somebody. Right at the very end there. Up here somewhere. Ah, that was her, I think. I think it was a female and she's moved behind that structure, whatever that is. Server cooling node. I can overload these. I mean, it's expensive doing a system overload, but I can just overload them in a sort of vanilla sense too. There are numerous explodables here. I don't know, Reed. I don't know. Part of me thinks there is much to be gained by reducing the numbers of these people. Now, there's one I didn't get to tag. Missed you. Gotcha. Don't want that. Untag that. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. Let's try. I'm not worried about finding that vent he spoke of. I'm not particularly worried about those back stairs that I found. At the moment, this is about number reduction. And we are now concerned that there might be something going on. There you are! I spotted your incredible hairstyle, but I didn't know where you were located. Now I do. They're all doing that thing where they're standing still and just controlling their own arc. This person here is unaware that anything untoward has happened because they're a bit isolated in this part of the building. That could be the vent. Is it? Find a way into the ventilation shafts, it now says. I've just realised I'm not doing what I've been told. But I don't think there's anything wrong with reducing numbers before I do that. Is there? I would say not. Is that close enough? I can't tell from this angle. Ooh, but that is. That's close enough. That's another one gone. There are just too many of them here, so if I can reduce numbers a little before we start... There's a shard there. Go back and look at that. She could not resist it. Go on, you know you want to. There she goes. It will be the death of you. Ooh, big bang. That solved that one. This is good so far. I don't mind that they are voodoos. It seriously doesn't bother me. I think, on the other hand, we may have reduced their numbers as much as I'm going to by use of incidental explosive devices. That might be as far as we're going to get. Alright, out. Find a way into the ventilation shafts. Well, there was this doorway which I opened.
See a door. Ventilation system might be behind it.
Aha!
It's worth a try.
It was this way.
Through.
Thanks.
Great. I've used the code to open the door. I've already done that game.
Come out! Come out!
Ooh. What's that one it's about? It is spray paint. I'll take those. Weird, isn't it? I won't collect food particularly because it seems wasteful if I'm not going to consume and get the benefits from it, but I will pick up spray paint and indeed some clothes. Okay, he's following me now. That's a good sign. That means I'm doing good, I think. I'm doing the right thing. I really should have a weapon drawn. I really should. It's the kind of place where you could just meet someone as you turn a corner. Reach, slider. He's going to be very well protected. Very well protected. Oh, heavens. They're all in a relatively confined space, though. I don't believe any of them are outside the building, for one thing. Feels too easy. Is this the vent?
Way inside, completely unsecured. Something ain't right.
We're in the vent. Yeah. I'm not worried about how I do this. It's simply a case of doing it. Right, let's turn that camera off now. Whilst we do that, these two can leave the game. Gone. Good, good. He heard that, I think, distantly. It's made him somewhat... Yeah, I thought so. Somewhat nervous about his own future health.
Looks like you had it right.
Thanks. Bodies, identified enemies have been alerted. I don't know if I can shoot through this vent, this grating. I don't have the power to break it either, which is something of a drawback, because it means I'm going to have to continue in this direction then. So, before I do... Whoa. Disarm?
Disarmed. That was close.
What did I nearly do then? It's got me to level 54, but...
Huh.
Trap door. Good, good, good. But I want the resources. Is there anything else I've got to disarm here now? It's got me very worried that things are being set up here to catch me out. That looks like a tire iron and some spray paint. What am I doing? It's you getting in my way. Can you move, please? I'm trying to get my tire iron and my spray paint. Back up, back up. Oh, this says exit. What a clue. So I could...
Come out! Come out!
Trapdoor. Yeah, I'm going to go that way. I'll take the exit. I'm sorry, could you just... You're a big guy. You just need to move so I can get past you. Oh, good lord. I'm having to push him out of the way. Right, right. Steady now. Steady. This room looks so...
No calling attention.
I beg your pardon. No calling attention. As I've said, these are voodoos. It does not worry me that I'm reducing their numbers. I still haven't forgiven them for everything that went on with Evelyn. I will never forgive them. Actually, still haven't forgiven. What am I saying? That's just not going to happen. This is good because we seem to have cleared part of the upper works. Now, let's turn off some more cameras. But first I'll just check nobody has appeared extra to our situation. No, I don't think so. We know we dealt with them. Indeed. Okay, I'm out. I'm confident. I think we've got this. Now I'll turn that one off. And there was another camera. And I can't see where it was. Is it right where we are? Good heavens. There's a shard over there that I saw earlier and I'm going to have that, but it may not be immediately. It might come towards the end of this. That guy can see me. How can he see me? I'm not even in his sight yet. Guy? Girl? I'm not sure. I can't tell. Okay. One at a time. Oh, terrible shot on my part. Awful. Oh, here we go. Let's just let them wander a little. If I can separate them out individually, like this one here. Yes, I know. Well, if they haven't identified the bodies by now, I don't know what they've been doing. Oh, careful. There's no railing there. They can see me. Don't think I can see your head. Yes, I can. Just enough. Just enough to do that. There's a chance. It's going to have to be quick. There's another one. Keep still. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right, numbers are diminishing. However, that doesn't mean there won't be reinforcements in time. And that one's gone too. Now I see no active symbols. So maybe I'm going to be okay to stand up here. Maybe I am. I won't go down there yet until I've been up here and read many things, because apparently I'm finding more shards. Let's read this. Archive Conversation, Fabian Calixt, is that? And Daniel Moyes. Fabian: how's the new software treating you? Daniel: Milko says preem. Fabian: Obvi preem, old man Slider blessed it himself. We just worried Ed's not flowing our way for some time now. Daniel: chill, they'll flow soon. Fabienne: I know they will, but it's been a while. Got to grease those cogs, Toom. Brothers and sisters getting antsy. Daniel: been working a tough client longer than expected. Almost cracked him though. Fabienne: well, crack him faster. Later. See, if you don't pay people, then their loyalties are fragile. And they will desert you. Also, this steam, or whatever it is, very much interfering with my lines of sight. I will turn these off now, although I don't think there's any great danger from them. Unless reinforcements do arrive, which is a possibility. It happens sometimes, and it happens randomly, it seems, when enemies have been alerted about bodies. Yes, I'm really sorry about that. It blew up, didn't it? It certainly did. Your weapon is embedded in the ground. I will pick it up, and I will read this other shard that I came here for. Oh, I thought those were eddies for a moment, but they're not. Shard. Archive Conversation, Islande Robichaud and Sylvie Platan. Islande: tell me, do we wear bell-bottom jeans and flowers in our hair? No? Then why do we act like a hippie commune? I hear Slider gave you access to our storage space in Eventide. Sylvie: chill. It's a gesture of trust. Keeping up appearances, yeah? 1 VDB for all for one, etc. It's all about appearances, you get it? Nothing about us without us. 1 VDB for all for one, etc. I have another question. Why are we all voodoo boys and not voodoo girls? Islande: don't change the subject. Tell your LH Tooms we may share storage, but if they want to borrow anything, they ask first. If Slider actually trusts you, he's either blind or stupid. Sylvie: I mean, he is blind though. I'll stop there for a quick slurp of orange. The thing is, when you're doing this, when you're doing a playthrough like this also, you don't know where the natural breaks in the narrative are going to occur. You trust that there will be breaks that you can take advantage of if you need, a comfort break or for refreshment purposes or just to say hello to the world outside. It's a lovely sunny day today. But, it is one of those things where you've got to be reactive. You can't plan for when you take your breaks as such. Right, let's go. We are heading towards reaching Slider. That is certainly the case. There are bodies to loot, and I'm going to go loot them. Before we do that, can I just... There's nothing to say. I can't just jump down here, is there? So I think I will. I'll jump. Oof! That was a long way down. I didn't need to do anything with the turrets. That was good. These people are furnishing me with a lot of resources, components, weapons and the like. So it was worth taking them on. This slider dude had better be worth it when we get to him though, because if he isn't, I don't quite know where that leaves us. What is that slightly mech-like noise that I can hear? And please don't tell me it's a mech. It can't be, can it? I'm seeing various things lighting up here. I'm not worried about catching every access point in the game today. There is one here. This is one that I did see, and this is one that I will do. So let's connect for this one. Obviously, I'll take a look at this. Back with you in a moment. Right, here we go then. So I'm going to waste the first one there and go 7A, 1C, 55, and then I need 7A, a 1C and a 1C, and we're done. For which we were given the usual collection of quick hacks, including 2 tier 5 quick hack components. Reach slider, I shall. Reed is following me around in the knowledge that I am going to be going where we need to be going, but also I'm trying not to miss collecting any juicy resources. There's a guy up there, for instance, who I've not looted. Here is a ladder that I could have taken advantage of. Gosh, this thing is very active. Intruder. Enemies have been alerted. Yeah, maybe I've not been quite as circumspect with the cameras as I could have been. However, okay, we have incoming.
We need to
What's going on?
Aim for the exhaust ports.
Oh, that's what those things were.
They're done for.
Oh, the reinforcements just arrived. Oh, hang on. That's not very nice. Let me give you... I'll just give him an overheat. I think that should do the job. Take that. There he goes. You can deal with him, Reed. I'm going this way. I've got to shoot at the exhaust ports. Are these things? Server cooling nodes, that thing that I highlighted. Right, got it. So... Okay, shooting's not doing much. I wonder if I could just overload them with 2. That will do the job. I'm doing it.
They're killing us here.
No, they're not. It just feels that way. Hi. You're standing where I need to be. I'm very sorry, but I need that space. Oh yeah, I get the feeling that these things are all the way around it. So I'm just going to overload all of them, one after the other. And try not to get killed in the process.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah, I might have to go back.
Taking some heat there.
Yes, true. I'm going to go this way round because I think I need to get to the other side of this. Kind of. Are there ones on this side too? Gosh, look at all these people down here.
I sure missed this.
This is for you guys. Oof. Oh yes, that's going to do some damage.
You're dead now, friend.
Can I see you? Are you hidden behind something? You're hidden. Reed is doing some excellent fighting there. Hi. You can't come up here. I'm up here. I didn't give you permission. I might need another staircase. If we haven't seen them all off. Have we seen them all off? Have I done all the exploding I need to? It's gone back to saying reach slider. He's following me. Don't follow me because there are bodies down there I need to loot. I've created enough bodies. What is that? It's just a crate with a Unity in it. Okay, I'll have it. I don't mind. Anyway, let's continue the process of looting bodies. Tier 1 components on this one. And a weapon. And a weapon. Oh, you died in a most ungainly position. I'm very sorry that it happened that way. I can't do much about it. Your broken copperhead isn't worth much to me. Thinking that I should loot down and then up here again. I keep trying to clear up all the dead bodies and the weapons from around where I am. I'm trying to be tidy, but what can I do when they keep generating more? Baseball bat. I think that might be the first one of those I've picked up today. Ooh. This thing's, well, plumbed in, isn't it? Tier 2 components. I can't fault them for their generosity, however. I mean, they've been most generous in the things that they've given to me. I've been very lucky today in the number of weapons that I've picked up and the amount of resources that I've collected from these people. Admittedly, they don't need them anymore, but that's not the point, is it, really? Here we go. Ooh, skill shard. Excellent. Right, now I think when I've got the disinfectant and medical gauze, we can go back up the stairs. Or do we? Maybe we're meant to go this way. This thing is hissing behind me. What just happened to all those bodies behind you? Have you been playing with dead people again? You really mustn't do that when my back's turned. I've told you time and again. You have other toys. Oh, some Eurodollars. That's been a while as well. Heavy ammo. The sort of ammo I need is the sort of ammo that's going to be useful for my new weapons that I'm acquiring. Yeah, there's a lot of hissing of body parts sparking and whatever down here. Okay, let's follow the path. I think we can do this now. We're in the red area. I have a weapon drawn. I see some weapons crates. What else do I see down here? Some lockers with clothing in. The direction of travel's over there, and a shard. So we'll do them in the order that I saw them. I'll take the sniper ammo, heavy ammo, handgun ammo. I'll take the weapons that were in that locker, the clothes that were in this locker, and then I'll go backwards on myself to this here. Shard. Order. Seems to be someone's equipment order. Synapse burnout 340, short circuit overclocked 110, cyberware malfunction 50, weapon glitch 50, reboot optics 25, AGWE special order. Wow, could start a war with that. And we're back to Johnny and his warnings about what this could all lead to if things just become out of control. Open this. Give me a hand, will you? It's heavy. Come on, I can tell it's... Oh no, maybe not. Cameras are on green.
Bastards. You murder my people in cold blood.
Okay.
They made their choice when they opened up at us.
Yes. Well, I mean, we did shoot some of them first, to be fair. He's got a point. There's a readable there.
Fuck.
But I think I need to talk to this guy.
Solomon Reed. I would be lying if I said I have missed you. And you? You brought death to Mama Bridget.
Absolutely.
Will that be your gift for me as well?
The thing is, I don't know how to read this situation. If there is a split in the Voodoos, is that simply a leadership split and they're just as bad as they ever were, or is it a split between extremities and moderates? I really don't know. He's heard about me though. He knows who I am.
Heard about me? How?
Me, my temple. We are one. My eyes and ears are everywhere.
I'll bet.
This isn't a temple. It's a malicious demon mill. And you're no priest. You're a two-bit bandit and murderer.
Murderer? Ha! It takes one to know one. So, what will it be? Will you put me down like you did that bitch Bridget?
Honestly, we are here to talk. This whole thing concerns me. What does he I can't scan him because we're in the middle of talking.
I will soon fall asleep.
He's very well connected, literally, this guy. Okay, so we are here to reach an agreement. Look at the way that Sol's got his back 3/4 turned to him.
Here to make a deal, nothing more.
There's a lack of respect.
Let me guess.
A lack of respect there.
An empty promise and a bullet to the brain when you decide I am of no use to you.
Soul shook his head.
That kind of deal. I knew poor souls who tried to strike a deal with Solomon Reed. Remember them, Agent Reed? If one party is backed into a corner, it is not negotiation. It is extortion.
You say tomato, I say fucking deal with it, Slider. Now, cut the shit and do us the courtesy of hearing us out.
There is no love lost between these two, clearly. That was interesting what he said.
I am all ears.
What has Solomon Reed done in the past that has caused Slider to have such a, it sounds like, evidence-based opinion of him?
No love lost between you two, huh?
Those who speak to Reed have a strange habit of vanishing or committing suicide. But since you are partners, you must know that by now. Speak your piece.
It's entirely true that I have my suspicions about Reed because of the situation being so complex regarding Myers and whether I can trust Myers. Is he acting alone here? Is he a sort of rogue agent almost? He's been given the task of finding Songbird, and essentially that's it. She didn't tell him how to do it. She didn't tell him what limits there were, what things he could and couldn't do. So I'm going to ask him if he's heard about the crash.
Plane crash in Dogtown. Heard about it?
Plane? You mean the Space Force One? Everyone hear about that?
Need your help locating someone who was on board.
And I would surely oblige, were I not blind, wheelchair bound, and do not give zero fucks about that or you.
Come on, stop pretending like you got a choice.
Donc, Dimsa, what specifically do you want from me?
Okay, so all the posturing is finished, and Slider now realises he's simply in a predicament here. He either helps or else. Has he given up with trying to actually do what Alex did and make it work to his benefit?
Just like that? No haggling?
I can't believe that.
I already know the score. The Langley men send a clear message.
Okay. It appears like we've won this one.
Soon after SF-1 crashed, a runner was attacked while on the net. Attack severed our link. Need to locate her stat.
Ah, so you want one to investigate net traffic on the day of the crash?
Got a malfunctioning relic in my skull. That's how she made contact. That help any?
Perhaps. I will need a peek at this trinket in your head.
What? Oh, no then. I don't know what to do here. Should I let him?
I will soon fall asleep.
If I don't let him, is that it? Are we going to fail the task? If he's saying he needs to access it in order to do what he's got to do, then he needs to access it, doesn't he? If I say no, I run the risk of the whole thing just not working.
Well, okay, I guess.
I don't like this. Woo.
I will be gentle. This I promise.
You will. What's Reed going to do? I hope you've got your gun drawn just in case this guy tries something stupid on me. Yeah, absolutely.
Waiting for someone or just scratching our balls?
Both things are true here. Watching close Reed, I don't like this one bit. I'm going to tell Reed to watch him.
Keep your eyes on him, Reed.
I am blind, not deaf.
Here we go.
Let us see what we have here.
What's he going to find? Is the question. And how is it going to
I see
react?
traces. Bursts of data in cyberspace. The wake of someone's passage.
Incoming connection. Read.
Fool.
Failed. Oh, Johnny.
Who dare they mad? This I do not believe. You out of your mind coming to me with this shit?
I could say I think he means you, Johnny, or I can say, what are you talking about? I'm going to ask him what specifically he is referring to.
What you see?
The black wall. It bring only death.
Specific, Slider.
Johnny's gone.
The woman. Did you know she used the black wall protocol to connect with you?
I didn't know, but then I did pick up on the fact that strange thing happened when she was near the black wall, and I guess she was being monitored for that comment to have been made. It would explain a lot, so I'm going to go with that.
Fuck. Explains a lot, actually.
The woman? She is walking, ticking bomb. Megatons. She go boom. Everybody fucked in the ass. Every last one. Miwa Noir. It is a dam that protects us, the civilized world, from the strange bets of the cyber wilderness.
That's one theory.
If your two-leg bomb crack the dam down the middle, it will unleash a flood. Wipe us off the map, just like Haiti.
Right. So clearly that's the take this guy has on it. We suspected this of Songbird, didn't we? That her proximity to the black wall wasn't accidental. She was up to something there.
So we can talk or no?
I can tell him that I think he's exaggerating. I can say the black wall's why you fell out with the Pacifica Voodoo Boys, which we kind of know to be the case. I can go to the bottom one, which says, whatever we do, this is not going to be good. I'm going to go with the middle one and try to get to him to expand upon his rationale.
That why you and the Pacifica Voodoos don't see eye to eye? Because they're poking holes in the black wall?
They do not penetrate, only jerk off next to it. Netwatch try to keep them in check. But you have to be caught in the first place to want to stick your gigit into a live wire outlet. To the AIs, past the black wall, you are no more than a cockroach, a rabbit, a fragment of outdated code with no meaning. This why Netwatch flatline any who put integrity of black wall at risk. It's no laughing matter, my friend. It is a concern for the safety of all.
That's why you, my friend, need to restore V's connection to our girl.
You are out of your mind.
You're part of it now.
Well, now you're part of this madness, too. Welcome to the shit show.
Morty.
Non-negotiable, Slider. We need to find her. Besides, as long as she's out there, they catch her scent, they catch yours now, too. They'll set their wirehead freaks on to you and your people. So, you'll help me clean this up, cover all tracks, snip any threads leading back to you and consequently us. Do that, and we'll be square. You'll be off the FIA's hook, too.
Meld, it's my lucky day.
What's he going to do? Is he going to go along with this? Oh, seems to be. Preparing connection. Oh. I'm going to ask him if he's done it before first.
Confirm the data
like
transfer before I... What? Be the bridge between hosts using the Blackwall protocol. What the fuck do you think, eh? Confirm the data transfer before I change my mind.
I'll confirm it. This is dangerous. This is dangerous.
Here we go.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. And there's an awful lot of interference on the system here. Slider, tell me what's happening.
Ah, shit!
Songbird! two and two together. Yep.
Working together now. With Alex, too.
I can hardly believe he's here, but it's a good thing.
Is she being sincere? I cannot tell if she's being sincere. We got disconnected. Never mentioned using the black wall. Yes, let's push her for this.
So, whenever we linked up, talked, didn't mention you were tapping into the black wall.
She didn't.
I didn't. You didn't need to know that.
Risky as shit, that.
Need to know.
I'm putting my life on the line, not yours. Blackwall the Relic was the only way to reach you after SF-1 was hacked. Listen, dude, don't have much time. Hansen's people tracked me down after I rezzed the Chimera. I've been detained. I'm not in any danger. Not as long as I behave. Do what I'm told. I need your help.
And my help you shall have. What's going on?
Slider, what's going on?
Something's not right, man.
Well, I can tell you that.
Fucking Blackwall!
Black Sapphire V. Hansen's hosting a huge shindig there. Crash it on the sly. I'll find you. Make sure to tell Reed.
Black Sapphire, got it. Hansen, gig. And she's gone. And Jack out.
Is everything all right for you?
Am I still with it? I know my controller's going. What about me? Oh no. Reed. I think Slider's dead. What? I feel fine. I'm not sure about Slider.
Think. Slider might be dead. Connection severed.
Yep, he's dead.
It's over. You short-circuited.
I mean, maybe both of these things were true. I think it could be our fault that he's dead. If we hadn't come here, he'd still be alive.
Slider. He flatlined because of us.
Flatline, period.
Now we're all wondering, aren't we, whether there was any way out of this alive for Slider, or whether when he'd fulfilled his function, Reed would have done that thing about loose ends and there'd be no more Slider. I can accuse him on the bottom one, or I can simply try to get him to say more about this.
That all you gotta say?
He was a murderer. He killed 2 innocent local runners. I have zero sympathy for this piece of shit.
Come on, V. Really thought he'd leave him breathing? With everything the Gaunt knew?
So, Songbird, what's up with her?
Got the link back up, we spoke. She's fine, mostly. Needs our help, but she's fine, in one piece.
Alright, give me the deets later.
That I will do.
Come on, let's Delta out of here. There could be more of Slider's lackeys lurking around.
We've got to Delta.
Take it easy, Slider.
Are you coming too, Johnny? No, Johnny's there. We're going to Delta. I need to change my controller because of that warning I got. I charged it up as well before we started. Oh, we have contacts. Area hostile again. More have arrived. Okay. I'm going to take them. One at a time if I need to, but I'm going to take them. Oh, that was a terrible shot. What was I thinking? We're going. Keep calm. Whoa, 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 whoa. And... missed. Well, didn't miss, but you know what I mean. Got it. Let me. That's what the grenades are for. There is still one up there, I think. Or he may have dealt with
You made a big fucking mistake!
No, he didn't. They were coming around the corner at me. But their 2 shots to the head solved the problem somewhat. Okay, we have further bad guys trying to spoil our day. Still coming in. Good grief. Can I get another grenade in there? I think I can. Take that.
Reload!
Boom. Thanks, that was a good shot, I think. It's doing some damage. I can watch the damage meter without having to get in near them. Not all died though. I can't even see in there. It's so dull in there I cannot see.
We're almost home now.
We are almost home now. Oh, we're not home yet though. Alright, I think I might need a different weapon here. Did you do anything to take them out? That did a terrific job because I couldn't even properly see that enemy there, but the gun locked on and the bullets found the target. That was good. I mean, I don't think it can do the same with this one because I really can't see this one. I'm going to do some looting while I'm... No,
made a big
maybe not.
Fucking mistake.
Maybe not now. Here we go. Got one. Sort of didn't have that one. Okay, it's grenade time again. Here we go. Boom. Take cover while it takes effect. And just watch them going. They're gone. There's still one around there because he's shouting at me. He's trying to unnerve me by shouting at me in phrases I don't understand. Okay, look, there's a lot of bodies here. We can't just leave this area without looting them. It would be wrong. It would make their deaths meaningless. And their death should at least have some legacy. Even if that legacy is only giving me resources. You know? Oh, body identified. Enemies have been alerted. Not again. Really? Really? I mean, I'll get what I can here. I'm not going to be exhaustive. Because I could be going backwards on myself. And I want to progress in a forwards direction. And I'm also confident that I'm going to need to change my controller. I do have a spare controller. I have two controllers. Both of them are charged, or were charged, when I first started today. There you are. Thanks. Alright, that'll do. That will do. We're going. Follow me. We're going to extricate ourselves from this place. Which I think involves going up. Don't do that! You scared me! Heavens! We're on the same team. Hostile area. This I know. And I've mentioned this before, but on my monitor it's very dark too, because I've got two lights shining in my face, remember. So it may not look that dark on your screen, but on my screen it is. Progression shard. Lovely. Lovely to have. Doors, which I think we're going to have to open. Let's do it. Be ready. I'm thinking they're here. Hi. Have some of that. In fact, I will allow myself a cackle. Yes. Good fight. We made it outside. Fresh air. And there are two unlooted bodies in there, and I don't care. Good progress was made.
Move on. Find a quiet corner.
Let's do that. Follow Reed, it says. Okay, I'll follow you to a quiet corner at 9:31 PM. I'm still very cautious of the fact here, very aware of the fact, and cautious too, that my controller battery is probably going. If it does fade on me, I should just have to quickly swap over to the other one. Right, I'm following him. Are we going to have a...
What did Songbird tell you?
Oh, she was glad to see you here. She confirmed she's using the black wall. She looked tired, ailing. All of those things are true. Will it let me do all of them? In terms of intel, she confirmed she was using the black wall.
She's tapped into the black wall. Didn't deny it. No big thing.
It was a tool.
Kinda.
The way she put it.
We need to find her, fast. Did she drop any coordinates?
Song needs our help, Reed. Hansen's nabbed her, holding her. For reasons.
Always a possibility.
God damn it. I can't imagine any worse news than that.
Black Sapphire. Said Hanson's throwing a big bash there. We get in, she'll find us.
And?
That's the Black Sapphire. A would-be hotel ended up a failed multi-billion Eddie investment. Hanson's fortress, smack in the middle of Dogtown. We can't just barge in. Doubt we have anyone on the inside or affiliated who could crack open a door either.
Wow.
Alex and I will pull some strings, run our contacts. You do the same. You know, think of who you know around here. Maybe we'll happen on an idea, find a way.
No local fixer. Goes by Mr. Hands. Could ring him.
I do.
Do it. We'll be in touch.
And at that point, the job was complete. I mean, and we actually got face to face with Songbird, kinda, the way we do. And I have a new job called Get It Together to track. Right, I am going to pause the game at this point. I'll be back with you in a minute. It was good to return to the main storyline for this episode. That was the intention, that we would focus on that, and we have done. We did the 3 drops as well, and 1 or 2 other incidental things that happened, but the thrust of it was to progress the main storyline. And in the process, although Slider has now departed, we know more about Songbird and her situation. Apparently, we've made face-to-face, as much as we can, contact with Songbird again. And I think I've learned some things about Reed, although they're disquieting things. If half the stuff that Slider alluded to is true of Reed, then his ruthlessness has just been reaffirmed. Also, there's a thing about Solomon Reed that when he speaks to V, I hear the words that he's saying, and I'd like to believe them and place faith in what it is that he's telling me as being actual fact, or even actually how he really feels about things. I'd settle for that, the truth of his feelings. But equally, there are times when it just seems to me that he's saying the things that he knows V wants to hear. It's almost like Solomon is acting a role. And it's the part that he has to play in the company of V to prevent V from connecting dots he doesn't want him to connect. The question in my mind is V astute enough? Is he clever enough? He isn't an agent, and yet he's acting as an agent. He's not versed in intelligence gathering and processing and analysis, and yet he's being swamped with intelligence to process and make his own conclusions about, instead of having to rely upon those of other people who he cannot necessarily go along with because he can't be sure they're on his side. I'm pretty sure Solomon Reed is on Solomon Reed's side. Songbird I'm not so sure about. I don't know what she's up to. I really don't. If she's got aims that are in some way connected with the Black Wall and what's beyond it, then she's keeping those to herself. Was she being honest when she said that she needed contact with the Black Wall in order to be able to contact V? Again, I just don't know. V isn't an expert in any of these things. This is the problem. He's being talked to by people who are experts in their field. Songbird knows so much about what she does. She could tell V, that the sky is purple, pink, green, orange, whatever, and he'd have to believe it. And I just don't know about Solomon Reed. I don't know about Solomon. It's an uneasy feeling I have in the pit of my stomach at the moment. I love it, don't get me wrong. My iPad again, the battery on that will not run out while I've got all these notes that are flying around in my head to write down there. So I'm not going to give anything away here by saying this, but I think at least part of next episode I'm going to want to return to find out what it was that Mr. Hands had to offer in regard to what's just been said here. That's my plan at the moment as I'm sitting here talking to you. I'm fairly sure I can't go 2 weeks without finding that out, but equally there are other things to do in Dogtown and Night City. I'm well aware of that too, and there's plenty of time to do all that. Thank you very much for watching episode 54. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next episode really soon. Bye.